All y'all do the same. If you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can, or you living in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't, pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard, okay? Women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day, okay?
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Men are inside of women's down their guys are literally into a girl's.
We'll return after these messages.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men. And they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass.
The majority of these men are either all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally, that's DL, gay, whatever.
That's my problem.
Plans.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh Lord, I know it. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding!
I'm not just having sex with one, not two, but 3 different guys. That's right. I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftovers?
We're the leftovers, and I saw it. I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind.
This concept of I could do better, bitch, at least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. The only thing that kept the woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the woman's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just, looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throats of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she got? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, By the grace of God, I'll know it, and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work in brothels. They're good to, try to take over a bar. This is where most women fail horrifically in life. Most women have the hardest, the most difficult time just being a genuinely decent person. That is the most difficult thing for most women to do, is to genuinely be a halfway decent human being. They just don't fucking get it.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, all right, y'all can hear me. I got a feeling that this is gonna get flagged. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna get flagged. Oh, this is a 20-minute thing. I was wondering where this was. Okay. Let's see. We'll do this last. Or we'll do this fairly soon. All right. So anyway, everybody hit the like button. Thanks for stopping by. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate you. If you want me to stay on 2 hours instead of 1, I'm looking to meet a $10 live stream goal. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat. It's also in the description. Or you could do Super Chat, Super Sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. That go for YouTube and Rumble. Speaking of Rumble, who rocking on Rumble? 3 people rocking on Rumble. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Rumbleites. And other than that, let's get into it.
Like instantly. Shot me your number like instantly. Right? Let's see what's cracking, right? So I start talking to her, we start fucking texting, I send her like instantly. Shot me your number like instantly. Right? Let's see what's cracking, right? So I start talking to her, we start fucking texting, I send her one text, she texts me back, I text her back, and I haven't heard from her. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Why the fuck did you give me your fucking number? Just so you could do that? Like, I'm not gonna fucking text you. I'm not gonna chase you. Fuck off, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was the point of that?
She never messaged you back.
No. What was the point? And it was like, not like I said anything that would have made her, she just stopped. Like, she thinks like that's the way or something. Does she think it's like, oh, she's got to give it a bunch of time before she responds now? It's been 2 fucking days.
All right, let's take it slow, folks. Let's take it slow. So the video starts off by saying she shot me her number. I'm assuming this is all on some type of dating app or some, maybe even Instagram, but let's just assume a dating app. He hit her up. They talked a little bit, probably online, and then she shot him her number. And apparently they sent a few texts back. They sent a few texts back and forth, and she just stopped responding. Let's start here. I'm assuming she was an attractive young lady, and I'm assuming he's probably a fairly attractive young man, enough to get the number shot. Because most guys aren't even getting that. Most guys can't hit up a fairly cute girl on Tinder, let's just say, and get her to give him her number. That's top 10% shit from the jump. So now we don't know what he said in those few text exchanges. He didn't think he said something, but women are really picky. They're real sticklers. So you may have said something that you didn't think was something, but to her it was something. Because, okay, let's start here. She's talking to 5 guys off top. So let's just start there. You were one of 5 at minimum. Okay? She has an inbox full, and she's currently texting and calling and dating probably 5 other guys. That's another reason why women are so picky. Like, they're looking for you to do something so they can cut one more guy off the roster. It's already overwhelming. So if you send the wrong emoji, you're the fuck out of there. And he said something about, well, does she think this is the way to find somebody, or does she think she's, playing it smooth by not texting me back for 2 days? Bro, she probably don't even remember you. I can tell he's really frustrated in the dating market, and most people are, especially guys. It's rough. And the crazy thing is, he's probably tall and handsome too. But these women, they're spoiled for tall, handsome, and they got tall and handsome is the entry fee. That's not, oh my goodness, I'm so happy I got a tall, handsome dude. That's just to get the number. You got to send all the perfect text messages to get past that stage. See, okay, let me just say this real quick. This is what it boils down to in today's climate. Let's just say bro that's talking is a 7. Bro, you gotta holler at 5s. You have to get with a chick who's gonna feel lucky to even be talking to you. Men have always had to date down. You gotta date down. He probably messaged a 6, 7, or 8. I mean, maybe a 9. But I don't feel like guys usually go too far out of their perceived league. So let's just say he's a 7. He probably went for a 8. Somewhere in that range. No, bro, you gotta go comfortably in the 5. Holler at a chubby bitch. One that's really gonna be like thanking her lucky stars that she got to talk to such a handsome, tall guy like you. See, when you find yourself, this goes for men and women. If you find yourself continuously getting ghosted, you gotta keep stepping down. If you keep getting ghosted by 6s, go to 5. If you keep getting ghosted by 5s, go to 4. And if you don't want to go lower than that, which I understand, just hang it up. Okay, I'm not saying give up, but I'm just playing about that part. But you know what I mean. That's the remedy to getting ghosted. Lower your superficial standards. See, keep your meaningful standards high. But the superficial shit, yeah, keep lowering it until you get better results. Especially as a guy. But let's continue. See what they say for the last few seconds.
That's the way or something? Does she think it's like, oh, she's got to give it a bunch of time before she responds now? It's been 2 fucking days. 3 days. What the fuck, dude? I'm like, are you okay? Like, did you die? Like...
Yeah, he sound like a girl now. Are you okay? Did you die? That's what the bitches say when they get ghosted by Chad. Like, he's still naive. He got a lot to learn. Yeah, if a chick doesn't text you back within Where do I start? Because they see every text. But these bitches are on their phone. I don't give a fuck if she a spy for the CIA. She checking her texts and calls. She could be in the middle. She gonna check that motherfucker because it's an alpha in her phone that she checking for to see if he hit her back. She looking to see who it. Oh, it was just Jonathan, and then she ignored it. She was looking for Dave to hit her up, the Chad that blew a load on her face the night before, but it was just you, John. So she ignored that shit. But I'll say this: if a woman doesn't text you back, like especially if you know like she's not at work, like she didn't claim like, oh, I'm at work or I'm about to be at work or something like that. If it's just a time frame where she's up, she ain't really doing nothing too crucial. I would say, hmm. Honestly, even if she at work, if a chick don't text you back within an hour, just fucking block her. Just fucking block her, bro. If you're in that initial talking phase, yeah. Okay, max. What's the max? I would say 3 hours max, even if she is at work. If a bitch don't text you back in 3 hours, just fuck it.
Are you okay? Like, did you die? Like, did she want me to call her? Like, I'll call you.
You should
but
call her.
Yeah, but fuck that,
Fuck
dude.
it.
Like, why would she, like, I don't like women who can't communicate what they want.
No. Definitely don't call her. Don't call. He said it's been like 2 or 3 days without a text back. Hell no, don't call her. You know what's sad? He was probably psyched. Use a white boy word. He was probably psyched when he got the digits. Man, the digits ain't even stage one. I mean, I guess we could say it's stage one, but like, let me just pull up the notepad real quick. People don't really like the notepad, but I'm going to shout out to Puppy. Puppy just sent in 10 something, 10 euros, 10 something. Shout out to Puppy. I don't know what that counts in US dollars. So fuck it. I'm gonna say 5 more US dollars and I'll stay on 2 hours. But everybody shout out Puppy for sending that 10. He says women are getting desperate now. I mean, I don't know if women are getting desperate because I don't know, man. Okay, women may be getting desperate. A lot of women may be getting desperate, but they still don't want average Joe. They're getting desperate for a top 10 percenter. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's do this. And I'm not gonna stay on this long because I know people bounce when I do my notepads. Okay, let's say you hit a chick up, a cute chick, a chick that's objectively cute. So the step one we'll just say is the initial reach out. Okay. Step two is getting the number. So initial reach out, initial combo. Let's just say online. And then the next step is getting the number. Okay, get number. Um, I would say third step, getting a date, a meetup confirmed. Step four, like the actual date. Um, let's just say step 5 is the second and third date. Step 6, sex. Well, I'll just put this. Step 6, shooting a load. Whether that's a blowjob, hand job. Once she makes you come, you're at a certain, how can I put it? She's feeling you on some type of level. You can still get ghosted after this or whatever, but once she make you come, you're on a certain level with her. Once again, it doesn't mean you can't get ghosted 10 seconds after she make you come, but you're not in the friend zone. You've confirmed that you're not in the friend zone after she makes you come. You confirmed that she has some type of attraction and liking for you. Look, if she hasn't made you come yet, do not think that she likes you. I don't care how she talking, how she laughing at your jokes. If she hasn't made you nut, just assume she doesn't like you. On any level. If she hasn't made you nut yet. If we talking about dating over 25, let's just put it like that. Dating over 23, let's put it like that. And then we can just say step 7 is a relationship. Now, just keep in mind, just to get past step 1, you got to be tall, handsome, and charismatic and say all the right things. That's her entry fee. Let alone, getting to this point, the shooting the load step. Now let me be clear. If you're Mr. 0.5, you definitely could skip step 4 and 5. If you're Mr. 0.5, you skip step 4 and 5. You don't got to take the bitch out on a date. She'll Netflix and chill if the guy's tall and hot enough, charismatic enough, sometimes rich enough. All right, anyway, let's move on. Let me just say this real quick before we move on. Think about how many from a girl being from 15 to 25. Think about how many suitable husbands who never made it past step 3. By the time, you know, the average modern woman probably hits 25. She's essentially passed up on 5 husbands that never made it to step 4.
We got Shanti. Today's episode of DTB, we got Shanti, 25, from Queens, New York. And let's just say she has a long list of things that she wants. Then she puts about me, mama to 4 little angels, looking for my fairy tale. A man who will love my kids like his own. Nah, shorty. Will make me hate shaman. Don't know what that is? Seems like a Muslim term. I don't know. High value man making at least $100K a year. Nah, shorty.
All right, let's take it slow, y'all. Let's just take it slow. Where do I begin? The tarantula eyelashes, the fact that she worked at White Castle. I mean, I guess nobody cares really. Most men aren't going to turn a woman down because she worked at White Castle. I'll be real. But it is kind of funny that she thought it would be a good idea to take a pick for her dating app in the bathroom at her job, White Castle, with her White Castle outfit on. That's where the comedy begins. And who knows where it's going to end. So the eyelashes are a deal breaker for me. Well, she's black. Let's be honest. So that's the initial deal breaker for RB Sensei. Next, I think she got, is that a tattoo on her neck? I'm pretty sure that's a tattoo on her neck. So yeah, and tattoos all up and down her arm. The next deal breaker. The Snuffleupagus eyelashes, the next deal breaker. And here's something that many may have not touched on. The fact that she's in the bathroom at work, like, were you even on your break? You probably weren't even on your break. So there's a character issue there. Oh, as far as her looks, I mean, I can't really tell how she looked. I mean, she doesn't look morbidly obese, so that's already going to put her ahead of the race in the black community. She don't look, I mean, she probably, from what I can see, she doesn't look hideous. But let's just read it again. She's 25 years old, and that's a rough 25. That is a rough fucking 25. She got all the tats and shit already. That's bad. If she's even telling the truth. So, mommy to 4 little angels. I wonder about how many baby daddies. She might as well just put that in there. She might as well just put it in there. Because it's going to be the first question that dudes ask her when they start talking to her. Is it unfair to assume it's 4 by 4? But honestly, like, once you got 4 kids at 25, it don't even matter about how many niggas it is. Because, I mean, any man with any self-esteem or real emotion is, look, already put her in the fuck zone, if anything, just by the fact she got 4 kids. And then she says, looking for my fairy tale. What fairy tale starts with a ghetto ratchet tatted up bitch that work at White Castle finding her Prince Charming while she got 4 kids by at least like 2 to 4 other niggas? What fairy tale was that, sis? They be dead ass serious too. Like, okay, I got a new meme for y'all. I got 4 new meme I added.
She knows her value has dropped, right? And pay attention, because this is where women end up in complete misery for the rest of their lives. Once they end up in these age brackets and have to get married after 27, 28, 29, 30, she knows that any man who will happily take her on must be of lower value. Why? Because she is now of lower value. The woman now has to weigh her options. Do I just keep living alone and all my friends are married and do have kids and now I'm just alone with my cats, wine, and buffalo burgers and prescription medications? Or get with this guy who must be clearly low value because he's fucking with me. A woman over 28, 29, 30 and or a single mother woman will never love you. You are not what she wanted. You can't be. Okay, in her eyes, you can never be that.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! I guarantee you this woman is hell to be around. Because she's strong. She's independent. She's got feminism pulsing through her veins because she's a cold-blooded woman in the workforce. No man wants that shit. The men who want it are the beta soy boys sitting with you drinking chocolate mocha lattes at Starbucks. You know, those men that you don't want to fuck. The men who you just sit around and kill time with so you don't have to go home and sit around and think why the men you want don't want you anymore. It's not the man who's gonna fuck you like you're a piece of fucking trash and you and spit on you, because that's what these women really want. Those men don't want you. I mean, they may take you for a night or two, but they ain't trying to sit up with you. Guys who want women who end up in these boats are those soy boy softies.
So yeah, so is that 10 euros? So yeah, if okay, if 10 euros is almost 12 American, then we good. I didn't know how much it was in American, so that's why I said $5 more. I thought that shit was maybe $7 American or some shit. So yeah, we good. We on for 2 hours. So okay. Any man who would be willing to take a woman serious with all these tats and shit and 4 kids, she's not gonna want to fuck. Like, let's start from that angle. There's no man who's fuckable to women like this. They just not gonna take the deal because they have so many better options. So he qualifies for a nigga that just got out of jail. Now he's gonna look good, tatted up, muscles. I'm sure his body is gonna turn her on, but he's not gonna be an equality man. So she's always gonna be able to get some dude to come through and slide her dick or try to move in with her. But yeah, a fairy tale, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely fucking not. She says a man who will love my kids like his own. Yeah, no. Will make me a stay-at-home mom. High value man only, making at least 100K a year. Like, these bitches they literally just get it from social media. This bitch don't know nothing about 100K. Like, before people start saying, before COVID, I mean, I guess she was 18, 19 or whatever, but she don't know what the fuck 100K look like, how it spin. What she says, has a fancy car. Like, this bitch slow. Like, at this point, this bitch just slow. Willing to pamper and spoil me. Not here to play games. Must be looking to marry in the next year or two. Okay, we gonna move on because this shit ain't even really worth dignifying with responses. But I want to prove something to you. I want to prove what I just said about she don't know what the fuck 100K even is. What, like I said, what it look like, how it spin, how far it go if building a life or a family. This bitch has 4 kids in New York. She's definitely on some type of government assistance for sure. Because part-time at White Castle don't cover a family of 5 in the state of New York unless you're on government assistance. So she probably paid $3 in rent. She don't know what the fuck 100K is, but let me prove it. Okay. So this would be a family of 6 in New York. She just want a high value man. She thinks $100,000 in New York, one of the most, if not the most expensive places to live in America. If not the top 3, definitely top 3. What, Hawaii, California, and New York, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. She thinks $100,000 a year, which is because she didn't specify before or after tax, but once again, she don't know nothing about that. So she thinks $70,000 a year is enough to comfortably take care of all the necessities of a family of 6, and on top of that, with the 70K, he's gonna have enough money after saving up for all 4 of her angels' college fund and putting money up for his and her retirement and all that on 70K after tax, that he'll still have money to pamper and spoil her. All on 70K, folks. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Just going by what they heard on social media. She says, I'm not here to play games. Why do they think that sounds appealing to a man? Like, do they think, but they don't think, my brothers. They just never thought about it. It's all about what I want. They don't think for 1 second what a man wants. It doesn't matter what a man wants. I'm giving you this pussy. So that's all you need to know. I'll be giving you this pussy. Whatever. Let's just move on.
over my Instagram and me looking hot on there. The amount of fights I used to get in with boyfriends over my Instagram and me looking hot on there. It's like they liked me when they first met me, how hot I was on Instagram. But then as soon as they fell in love with me, they're like, we're gonna need to take that down. Yeah, I don't like it anymore. And you're like, okay, you're making your trigger my problem.
No, I'm already annoyed. You're making your trigger my problem. Let's take it slow. Why wouldn't your partner's why wouldn't something that really bothers your partner be your problem? That says everything about this woman. But let's take it slow. She don't give a fuck about what bothers her partner in the slightest. Anytime something bother you that she do or something bother you that's going on in a relationship, your trigger is not my problem. That right there, it should make any man not want to fuck with her. But let's see if we can. Is this her? Is this her page? I don't know if this is her page. Let's check out her page. First off, content creators are a deal breaker off top. Oh, she all on podcasts and shit? Hell no. Hell fucking no. But let's see what. Where's the raunchy shit? Where's the scandalous shit? Come on, we know it's in here somewhere. God. It's fucking dingbat. Okay, it's taking too long. It's somewhere on here though, we know that. The bikini shots or whatever. Yeah, she scrubbed it. She scrubbed it. But this is a little this is a little preview. She probably was in a relationship when this got posted. And it's definitely not really appropriate if you got a boyfriend. But back to the original shit. Okay. Fellas, just don't talk to the bitch. Never try to change a woman. So she kind of got a point. I was dressing like a fucking whore on social media when you met me. So now you want to switch it up now that you with me? She's right. If you're a conservative man who don't like your woman, promoting her sexuality on social media as you shouldn't, get a bitch who don't agree with doing that in general. Instead of trying to fight the bitch after you get into a relationship with her to change it. Don't date a bitch if she was dressed like a whore when you first met her, and now you're gonna try to fight her after you get together to change her style. That's stupid. If you're a conservative minded man, get a conservative minded woman.
That's how I get in with fights I used to get in with boyfriends over my Instagram and me looking hot on there. It's like they liked me when they first met me, how hot I was on Instagram. But then as soon as they fell in love with me, they're like, we're gonna need to take that down. Yeah, I don't like it anymore. And you're like, okay, you're making your trigger my problem. That's unfair. You feel uncomfy about it because you love me now. Fuck you. But also, besides him needing to do the healing, yes, I started healing.
You love me, so fuck you. You love me now, so you don't want me advertising my pussy on the internet. Fuck you. I mean, yeah, hey. She did him a favor by leaving those guys, because we know she left them. We definitely know she left them. So apparently in the comment section, they said she's single now. So I don't know how old this video was, but she's single now. Let's just keep that in mind. But no, men, you don't have to heal because you don't want your girlfriend advertising herself as a prostitute on the internet for strange men. That's not anything you have to go to therapy about, I assure you.
Yes, I started healing why I was even attracting a man like that. That was a huge thing, because if I'm attracting a man that's making me feel bad about myself or wanting me to cover up in some way or whatever, maybe there's some shame underneath that I needed to go into. So I went into it, and there was a lot of childhood trauma with my dad. I had a Persian dad, so he was just like the strictest parent ever. Like I grew up in LA, 100-degree weather, and my dad would make me wear literal sweaters and jeans. Like, I couldn't even wear capris. That was too slutty. Like, no, you're not showing off those ankles, Tosh. And then, of course, that's going to affect me in my dating life. So I started attracting men. I went through a whole phase of men trying to control what I was like wearing, and they were like trying to get me to cover up and not say certain jokes around people and like dim my personality and
Yeah, see, and I'm gonna explain that. I want to explain the term dimming my light, because that's a term that a lot of these modern women use, and I want to break it down. Okay, most of these women are obnoxious, crass, embarrassing whores who don't know when to shut the fuck up. They're not funny. They're not interesting. They say all the wrong shit at all the wrong times. So dimming a woman's light is making her act like a decent fucking human. That's what dimming a woman's light is. Making a woman act like a respectable, classy, decent woman. That's what feel like slave chains to these bitches. Because they're not that. Let these bitches be loudmouth crass whores. That's what they want to be. But that's what dimming my light means. I can't say stupid shit all the time. I can't be rude, loud, and stupid and slutty. You're dimming my light.
certain jokes around people and like dim my personality and all this stuff. It was all just because I was being like too magnetic. I was getting too much attention from other people, and they wanted to dim that light. And then when I went into release,
See, yeah. This conservative archetype that a lot of men have in their head of what they want their women to be like, that's not who women are. 8 to 9 times out of 10. That's not who most women are. Some women are naturally that. They exist. 10 to 20% or something, maybe 30% max. But the overwhelming majority of women just naturally aren't like that. And if they're acting like that, it's just that, an act. And you really want to sniff that out. you really do. But like I always say, if she is naturally, how can I put it? She's naturally quiet, demure, nurturing, down to earth, this and that. She's not gonna be single after 25, I assure you. I fucking assure you.
wanted to dim that light. And then when I went into releasing it with my dad, because of how strict he was on me and the shame he put on me as a female, like showing my body in any way, then when I healed it, I stopped attracting men like that. It's amazing. My boyfriend now is like, no, I want you to look hot. Like, look hot. Yeah, you're my girl. Like, I don't give a fuck. And he has so much confidence. He's like, he knows no one could take me from him. Like, he's like, there's no part of him. And he's like, if they could, then you should go. Like, that's what I love. Like, that.
Was he looking for a wife, or is he just kicking it with a girlfriend? Like, he's just, hey, some dudes is cool with just, this is my girlfriend for 6 months. She's hot. Go be hot. I'm fucking you. I don't care. I don't plan on sticking around for a lifetime anyway. This a 6 month to a year fling anyway for me. So yeah, bitch, look hot, dress like a whore. I ain't mad. And if somebody take you, let them have you. When a man's in love with a woman, now, no, let me start here. I agree with the mentality. If somebody could take my bitch, take her. Thanks for doing me the favor. I get the sentiment. I do. And that was a gangster thing to tell a bitch. It was. But let me ask you this on the flip side of that. Do you think when a man is truly in love with a woman and is planning on making her his wife, that he's like, oh yeah, show your body off to every guy. Yeah. If a guy take you, more power to him. Is when a man is really in love and feel like he found his wife, are most men talking like that? Because most men aren't like me and red pill guys. Most men aren't fucking talking like that. Please take my girl. Yeah, look hot. Advertise the merchandise. If somebody take you, it'd be great. Is that how men talk about the love of their life? In most cases? Fuck no. And that's why I'm not surprised they're not together now. Whatever guy she's talking about, I checked the comments, they're not together now. So, Coinky Dink? I think not. Because this isn't girlfriend material. Let's just... This isn't girlfriend material, and it's never going to be. And that's what these women don't get. See... Actually, I did a stream title about this, what, a couple days ago, yesterday? Women as a gender aren't relationship material. As like I just broke down. Like conservative, sweet, soft, quiet, nurturing, submissive. That's not who women naturally are. They gotta learn that shit. They gotta be trained. It's not naturally what they are. And I want to break down what women like this just don't fucking get. What up, Lauren? What up, Lauren? What up, Lauren? Matter of fact, I'm gonna break it down, but I'm gonna let AD break it down first.
This is where most women fail horrifically in life. Most women have the hardest, the most difficult time just being a genuinely decent person. That is the most difficult thing for most women to do, is to genuinely be a halfway decent human being. They just don't fucking get it.
This is a pretty typical archetype these days. What she doesn't understand, because she just broke it down, the jokes she make, how magnetic and loud she is, how she dressed like a slut, all that. What she doesn't understand is the type of man she wants to be with and the type of man she would respect, he's not going for it. And that's okay. Like, I'm trying to see how to articulate this. Because many will say, well, what is she supposed to, what should she do then, RB? Should she just try to be a fake person for 50 years so she can have a relationship and a family? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just relationships require compromise. They just do. There's no getting around it. You can't do everything the fuck you want to do and have a family one day. It's not compatible. Like, she may find a person who's okay with some of the things she do, but from the energy I'm getting, she like, no, I'm doing what I want, when I want, talking how I want, when I want. You can't be a part of a family or a community then, because it just don't fucking work that way. See, now there's always like quirky niche people that she could probably fit in with and have a some type of weird family or weird community she builds or something that's okay with all her horse shit. But likely not. Likely not. Because let's be honest. These women want a very particular type of guy. They don't want some niche hippie that would be cool with all her bullshit. They want tall, handsome, square jawline, 0.5 Chad. And that guy's pretty they come pretty standard with shit they want in a woman and shit they don't want in a woman. So by the time a motherfucker is Mr. 0.5 and is okay with all her little quirky bullshit that most guys like that aren't okay with, look, it's probably not gonna fucking happen, frankly. She's gonna have to bend somewhat, and she doesn't want to bend. But she's like, I got time. No, you don't. You look like you're in your 30s already. You don't have time to get this shit figured out. And frankly, you're already cooked. Yeah, like, I just don't see this ending well. This doesn't end well. Look at all this content creation. It's just fucking narcissism. Look at me. Have you seen me lately? Me with my head cocked 90 degrees. Me with my head cocked the other 90 degrees. Me. Have you seen me lately? Me with the fucking with streaks. Me with blonde hair. Look, I made it a little brown. Did you see me lately? Ego, like, this is a fucking narcissist. And I'm gonna start overusing it like the bitches do. This is some type of narcissistic disorder, even if it's not officially that. It's somewhere in that realm. Women like this are. Let's be clear. And she's getting some. She's getting some views. 3,000, 80,000. She got a little notoriety. Like, and she's like at least 30. I could tell by the wrinkles. This woman is at least 30 years old. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So she's been living exclusively for her for 30 years. Just all about me, right? Even if she meet the man of her dreams, nothing that man of her dreams can do can measure up to the dopamine hits of this life before she met him. She's not going to be happy in a family ever. Even if she did meet Mr. Point 5 who willing to pull up with her shit, she's going to break that family up damn near guaranteed. In my opinion.
That woman is finished. I get it, like, you know, she probably gives good head, you know, you probably bust big nuts in her and shit like that. Woman's brain is only a one-way street. Very rarely can a woman, once she goes down a one-way street, can she go, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong, and turn around and fix it. Their brains are not made to maintain anything for long term. See, maintenance, the only time they become that aware is once they get super fucked up. Once they know they're ugly or they're 400 pounds or they got 8 kids by 15 different men. Once they fall into those categories, see, now it's that awareness of, now I got to maintain shit. Now I got to act like I have some sense. I guarantee you this woman is hell to be around because she's strong. She's independent. She's got feminism pulsing through her veins because she's a cold-blooded woman in the workforce. No man wants that shit. The men who want it are the beta soy boys sitting with you drinking chocolate mocha lattes at Starbucks. You know, those men that you don't want to fuck. The men who you just sit around and kill time with so you don't have to go home and sit around and think why the men you want don't want you anymore. Is not the man who's gonna fuck you like you're a piece of fucking trash and you and spit on you, because that's what these women really want. Those men don't want you. I mean, they may take you for a night or two, but they don't want to. They ain't trying to sit up with you. The guys who want women who end up in these boats are those soy boy softies.
So, I feel incredibly pathetic. I was supposed to go out on a date tonight, and like I got all dressed up, like you can see. I'm even wearing real pants on a Sunday. And
Let's just. I want to just let this play through because we're gonna go through the comments on this one and see how pathetic some men are.
so,
But before we let it finish, or I'll just start it from the beginning. But before we get into that, Nose Ring Chronicles. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles. Metal in her face. Yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles. All right. Now let's get back into it.
So, I feel incredibly pathetic. I was supposed to go out on a date tonight, and like I got all dressed up, like you can see. I'm even wearing real pants on a Sunday. And I got stood up. Again. For the 4th time this year. I've only gone on 4 dates this year. And on all 4 of them, I got stood up.
Let's take it slow. I'm gonna let her finish, but let's take it slow. She says she's only been on 4 dates this year. So that implies that usually I go on 8, at least double. When somebody say I only been on 4, it's safe to say that's implying that usually she go on like at least double or triple that. a year. And she's a fucking 5 at best. Do you think men who are 5s go on 4 dates a year? Let alone 8 or 12 dates a year? We're gonna take it slow. And she got ghosted all 4 times. I'm assuming by 4 different men. Most men don't ghost women on dates. At least 80% of men feel like it's their lucky fucking year if a woman agrees to go on a date with them. Now she's not a supermodel, but she's not. I mean, she's just regular. But I would even say this: 80% of men would be ecstatic to go on a date with a regular looking bitch. So what type of men ghost women on dates? But we ain't gonna go there just yet. Let's take it slow. What up, X? Or were you already here, X? Well, you probably was already here. All right, let's get back into it.
I've only gone on 4 dates this year. And on all 4 of them, I got stood up. I'm pathetically sitting in a Smith's parking lot, eating ice cream and brownies from Smith's because I don't want to go home and face my family because I left like 40 minutes ago. Dating sucks. I mean, it's like, oh, you need to go out there more and like go do the things. This is what happens when I try to do the things. I get stood up and my feelings get hurt. And then I end up in this weird little ball of shame and depression. And then I feel like my internal thoughts go, oh, you're not good enough. They don't want to go out with you.
No, you're right. You're not good enough for the guys that you're going after. You're right. And this is to comment farm, so you can have a bunch of simps in the comment section saying, you are good enough, beautiful, and it's bullshit. No, that's right. You're not good enough for top 5 percenters. You're not good enough for top 10 percenters. You're not good enough for top 20 percenters. You're an average woman. An average man is what you qualify for. So that's exactly why you got stood up by 4 different men.
Oh, you're not good enough. They don't want to go out with you. Logically, no, that's false. Emotionally, I can't get it out.
No. You know what? Hold on. Okay, let's break that down for a second. I didn't think it would take this long to get through the fucking Instagram ones that I only had like 4. But she said, logically, I know it's not true that I'm not good enough for Mr. Point 5. No, logically, you know it is true you're not good enough for him. But emotionally, you don't think that. Like when you think about it logically, oh shit, he's a 9, I'm a 5. Yeah, logic, when she's really thinking about it late night looking at her ceiling, she know logic says I'm not good enough for him. But her emotions say I should be good enough for him. I want to be good enough for him. But that's funny that she flipped it like that.
Let's go, oh, you're not good enough. They don't want to go out with you. Logically, no, that's false. Emotionally, I can't get it out. This is terrible. I ate an entire pint of ice cream by myself in my car. Doing nothing. great.
Look, I'm not happy that she's in distress. I'm not happy that she's depressed. But I'll save my sympathy for a guy who looks like her, because he can't get a fucking date. Period. He's never been on a date. So yeah, I'll save my fucking sympathy. Let's check out the cause she can get a boyfriend next week if she wanted one. Cause she got an inbox full, but she thinks she's better. She's a 4, but she thinks she's better than 6s and 7s. So that's why I can't feel sorry for her. And where does she say? Did she say she's in California? It doesn't matter. She has an inbox full. And she looks even dorkier with the glasses on, and she's still only swiping on 8s, 9s, and 10s. And she's trying to come off like she's so sweet and soft spoken, but that bull ring tells me that she's a fucking rebel. Like I don't believe this soft, sweet, innocent act. I just don't. Now this guy says, "Welcome to what it feels like to be a man on dating sites. At least you got a match. Only takeaway." This guy says, "Only 4 dates this year. LMAO. I've only gone on 4 dates in the last decade. Consider yourself lucky." Now, I don't know if this is a guy or girl. I think it might be a guy, but let's check it out. It says, "Sorry to hear that. I hope your love life gets better with a Christian man. This is super normal for most men. I probably got ditched and ignored more than 100 times in the last 20 years, and I still think life is beautiful." Yeah, that's a nice message. This guy got it right. Lower your standards. Exactly. Oh, did she respond to this one? Oh, she did. "Thank you for the advice, but I will keep my standards high." Yeah, and that's why we don't feel sorry for you, because those that she would want us to believe that those standards are like a God fearing man, with good manners. No, it's a height, it's a look, it's a charisma thing. Like, yes, it's the same guy. "I love myself too much to lower them." Well, this video didn't sound like you love yourself so much. So y'all just be talking. Because in this video, it seems like you have low self esteem, but you want to keep your standards high. Do that even make sense? A low self esteem woman with her standards high. Oh my gosh. Anyway, now look at this guy. "Let's go get some ice cream." So this is a video with I'm sure hundreds of guys in her inbox who she's gonna fucking ignore. Oh, yep. Another guy says, "Let's see the pictures of these guys. I can give you a solid answer why it keeps happening. Facts." Okay, she says, "The guy wasn't the problem. Nobody was the problem here. I was frustrated, but we are all human and allowed to change our minds." So nobody was the problem? Okay, these people just be talking, man. So I'll say this. It's wrong to just ghost somebody on a date. I would never do no whole ass shit like that. Like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there at 8 and then just don't show up." That's some faggot ass shit. So yeah, there's no gray area with that with me. All 4 of those guys have poor character. But once again, what do you expect when you're shooting 5 levels above? Let's read a couple more comments though. 'Cause there was some simps in here that made me annoyed. Common denominator. How does the equality taste? Okay, so we got some red pill minded people in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, everybody pretty much saying join the club, join the club. I haven't been on a date for 4 years. All right, anyway, let's move on. How long have I been on? I feel like I'm gonna get kicked off if I review this, but I'm still gonna try to review it. Oh, chat revenue $13. Oh, that shit really was. I guess yeah, revenue or euros really do translate well to over to U.S. dollars. All right. But fuck it. Hey, if anybody want to send me another 5, it'd be greatly appreciated. Even though we are secured for 2 hours tonight. Okay, I've been on an hour. What up, Preston? Salute. Let's try to do this. If I get kicked off, y'all, or something, I'll come right back on.
Cowboy hat, I see you. All right, you guys, we're going to keep this show rolling. This next one is going to be interactive. So get your hands ready, all right? Because we are presenting real dating dilemmas, and you, the crowd, are going to decide whether to swipe left or swipe right. I'm going to get my ass off the stage because I don't want no haps. I ain't dating nothing. You hear me?
Tisha, nobody like. Shout out to you. Shout out to your career. I loved you on Martin. Now you did file some type of lawsuit on Martin that he was sexually harassing you, and I'm not saying he wasn't, because this was before Me Too. This was like this was in the '90s. So I mean, not that women didn't falsely accuse before Me Too, but I don't know. I don't know if Martin was getting too frisky or who knows. But ain't nobody checking for you now, Tisha. They still they maintain the ego, don't they? Even when they got the spare tire and all that, they gonna keep the ego, no matter what.
But coming to the stage, this will be hosted by Shelby Stewart with dating expert, and she's got her own show on OWN, y'all. Kendra G and Truth Hurts. Let's play, y'all. Let's play.
Outfit is diabolical, bro. And then like women get old and crazy. That's just what it is. Like, what? Let me see if she married. Did she divorce her husband? Hold on. Yeah, she filed for divorce in 2018. Let me see why she. Hold up. Oh, she was married. She got married in 1996 to Dwayne Martin. Let me see why she divorced him. She divorced her husband. I don't know what she thought was waiting for her. How old is Tisha Campbell? This woman is 57 years old, and she divorced her husband in 2018, so 8 years ago. So she divorced her husband at 49 years old. Baby, what did you think? Even being Tisha Campbell, she's not an ugly woman. Even now, she's not ugly. But what did you think was waiting for you on the dating market at 49 years old in Hollywood? Like real shit. And I bet she still like be talking this. I need a man that match my level because I'm Tisha Campbell. No, you a old broad. Nobody gives a fuck if you Tisha Campbell. When it come to marrying some old broad, I just, oh gosh. Anyway,
Hey, y'all. I need a little bit more energy from y'all. Come on. Hey, y'all. I love that. I love that. So I want to welcome you all to the Dating Reset. So as some of you guys may know, dating today comes with a lot of questions and a lot of opinions. So from dating apps and situationships to commitment and communication, it can feel like the rules are constantly changing. So today we're pressing reset with an honest conversation about what healthy dating looks like.
like she's probably single. I don't know if do she got a wedding ring on. No, she don't got no wedding ring on, so she's single. Men don't want these older, short haircut women with fucking suit jacket tops on. Like, just man, it's just frustrating for me. Sometimes it really just get frustrating for me. Black man, just date out, please. Please just date out.
What's worth holding on to, and what we should leave behind. Joining me are two people who never shy away from sharing their perspectives on modern relationships. Please help me welcome, she has a new show on OWN, Dating Download, Kendra G and Truth Hurts.
Essence Fest, how
Now let's. So Kendra lost the weight somehow. I'm gonna say it's Ozempic. Maybe she putting in the work. I, I I'm gonna say drugs. She slimmed down the past few months. It seemed like a drastic change. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Is she grinding hard in the gym? Y'all let me know. Hold on. Did the first episode of Dayton Download already come out? Hold on. July 29th. No, okay, it comes out July 29th. Hold on, let me. Okay, it says, let me read what it says the show is about. It says the 10-episode series focuses on modern matchmaking, examining whether people's ideal partners match the ones they connect with in real life. It might be good. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Let me put a. Matter of fact, I'm about to put a timer on my phone. So I'm damn sure gonna give it a review. Let's see. Bear with me. Putting a timer on my phone to watch that shit. All right. So okay, real quick. So I mean, okay, she's not looking as fat, so she slimmed down. That's good. Um, because her mental health depends on it. Like women like Kendra G, really just women in general, especially women who were able to pull off what's the baddie aesthetic at some point in their life. Their mental health depends on keeping it up as much as humanly possible. When Kendra can't hold on to it anymore, Lord have mercy on her soul. I can't imagine being a woman and so much of my identity just being tied to being a hot piece of fuck meat. Now, here's what I'm gonna point to you. Look at the host's face, everybody. She's like, hold on, bitch, I'm the host. You're doing too much. Look at the hate on her face, everybody.
Essence Fest, how y'all feeling? Y'all can do better than that. Essence Fest, how y'all feeling?
Hey, check the host. The host look uncomfortable as. Hold up. Hold on. First dirty look. The judgmental look like, what do this bitch got on? Hold on. The hate is real. Look, she even bulged her eyes out like, what the fuck? Yeah, because Kendra's a ridiculous human. That's a ridiculous outfit. Because she's a ridiculous person. But just pay attention to the host in black. we gonna let it play, but I just find her face is funny as fuck. Like she really don't like this bitch.
Y'all can do better than that.
Look at that. Now that's a deeper look of hate. She took it to a next level. All right, let me let it play. Let me let it play.
Essence Fest, how y'all feeling?
So we can just go ahead and jump right in, y'all, okay? So, if you had to describe dating in 2026 using just one word, what would it be and why?
Ladies first?
Of course.
Okay. Delusional. I'm going to use the word delusional because, you know, I host a dating show, Kendra G Singles, and we got the new show coming out on the Oprah Winfrey Network, Dating Download. So I've been talking to single people for the last 6 years, and I think that you can find a unicorn faster than some of the men that the ladies tell me that they're looking for. So I'm going to use delusional.
I would say that it's just complicated.
Ah.
That would be the word, complicated. I think that we overcomplicate it, if anything, so I would just go with complicated for sure.
I like that. Complicated. Complicated and delusional.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
So, what would you guys say is the biggest misconception people have about dating today?
I think that we have unlimited options. Here's the deal. If you want something fun, you have unlimited options. If you want a weekend fling, I think you have unlimited options. But if you're thinking about something serious long-term, a person that if you're in the hospital tomorrow and they're showing up and you can't walk, how many people are on that list? That's not a long list. So
Let me just so the brother said it's complicated. Well, he's trying to sell courses to broad. See, you got to pay attention to who you listening to, what they're saying, and why they're saying it. He's selling consultations. RB Sensei don't sell consultation, but hey, if you want to talk for whatever, $50, I'll sell 30-minute pops. $50 for a 30-minute pop. We could probably figure something out. $100 an hour. You know what I mean? but seriously, I'm not selling a course. I'm not trying to sell bitches a book. I'm giving it uncut raw. It's not really complicated. This whole space, this his space, Kendra G space, what's the one bitch name? It's Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, her bread and butter. It's preying on old, irreversibly damaged bitches. Selling them hope that something I'm going to say in this book or this consultation is going to change the fact that you're an undesirable woman on the dating market. That's the scam. Nothing these people are going to tell you are going to change the fact that you're an undesirable woman on the dating market. Okay, so let me break it down further. So hold on. I'm reading the comments, y'all. Hold on. What up, Soul or Soul? I think that's Soul. Sultan. What up, Sultan? Um. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just put him in the category of Ace Metaphor. I heard him give some woman. I think we went over it. He gave some woman some horrible dating advice. Oh yeah, I don't know if I reviewed this video, but he was telling. He told some woman, get out there and get a roster. He told some like 50-year-old woman, go out there and get a roster. I'm like, oh no, he ain't. He's not the truth. I mean, he do tell more truth than. He might be more raw than Ace Metaphor, but I put him in the category of an Ace Metaphor because he's trying to sell bitches courses and consultations. So he can't give it. I don't know. I don't trust none of these niggas. Anyway. Let me tell you another part of the over 40, dating scam, dating guru, dating coach scam. Or really over 30. This content for women who are actually looking to these people for some type of guidance, it's for women essentially, we'll say 30 and up, 30, 40 up. So here's the thing. The other part of this scam is, it's like, oh, if you listen to me, I'll tell you how to get a relationship with not necessarily a high value man, but a higher value man. Take my tips and I'll show you how to get a healed, God-fearing man who wants to provide and this and that. Like, no, listen to me. I'm gonna give y'all the universal advice I would give any of these women if they called up to me for some reason. If they, damaged multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, 40 up, 35 up. And this is why I couldn't be in this space, because I wouldn't sell no books giving this message or consultations. You need to find a man that you need to find a lesser man that you would consider to be a lesser man and serve him in the name of Jesus Christ. So those dudes in your inbox who you usually would have just used for a foodie date, or you would have ignored, like the corny dudes or whatever, the five, six dudes, the dudes who ain't super hyper masculine, you need to find one of them that will take your pathetic ass and you serve him the way the Bible tells you to serve a man. And yeah, you fuck him whenever he wants some pussy, even though you're not attracted to him. But there's a bright side to that. He's going to give you benefits. He's going to do whatever he needs to do. He's happy to have a woman. He's going to play the role of a man. So it's not like you're not getting any benefits. It ain't that big of a deal if you got to fuck a guy that you're not really attracted to. Because most wives lose attraction for their husband at some point throughout the 50 years anyway, and they still got to fuck him. So to me, the worst thing for a woman isn't having to fuck some guy once a week that she really ain't into like that, or having to cook and clean for some guy that she ain't really into like that, especially if she's getting benefits from it. So it's called just being a reciprocal, appreciative person. See, that's the difference between men and women. See, like I always say, women just aren't good people. I feel like they're, how can I put this? Men as a gender, I feel are less comfortable uh, um just using somebody and not giving them anything back in return. Men, I think as a gender aren't really comfortable with that. Okay, like so the point I'm making with that is, let's say it's a 600-pound bitch, right? But she didn't held me down, she didn't gave me her a tax refund. Anytime I need her, she there for me. I wouldn't feel comfortable just taking all that, and then when she need me, I'm like, oh, fuck off. I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, see, men could be in a relationship with a bitch he's not attracted to if he's getting benefits, and he'll be a decent human to her. He's not attracted to her, fair, but he feels obligated because she looking out, she being a good woman to her. I feel obligated to reciprocate because it's the right thing to fucking do, regardless if I'm attracted to her or not. Yeah, I'll fuck her twice a week just off GP. Yeah, I'll whatever. I'll cut her grass. I'll do all that just on general principle. Fuck how I feel about her. She look out for me, so I'm gonna look out for her just on the principle. Women aren't like that. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing that makes. Okay, I'll just leave it there. I think y'all get the point.
And they're showing up and you can't walk. How many people are on that list? That's not a long list. So I think we have the misconception that we just have so many options to choose from.
I'm in agreement, right? I think that a lot of women get the false belief that they have options that they actually don't. I think that a lot of women have a phone full of erections, pregnancy scares, but they don't have the options. Options to me is a roster full of men that want to marry you, court you, and treat you properly.
Now see, that's the scam. Now let's go back. That's the, you know what? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down.
You want a man who knows how to just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you.
She has no problem attracting men, but the problem is she can't keep a man around because once they realize who she really is, they can't fucking stand her.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing. All y'all do the same. Whether you was some homeless kid trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you living in the White House. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
Have a phone full of erections, pregnancy scares, but they don't have the options. Options to me is a roster full of men that want to marry you, court you, and treat you properly.
That's the dream that I was just talking about. That he's gonna sell 40 plus single mothers on his course and on his consultations. I'm gonna show you how to get quality men that want to court you, treat you properly, and marry you. 40 plus washed up bitches, y'all. Just pay $99.99, and I'm gonna teach you how to get basically high value men who want to court a 40-year-old with 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies with a funky ass attitude. Courting is over after 25. What the fuck are you talking about, sir? Respectfully. Court you? This space is filled with fat 40 and 50 plus year old bitches. What the fuck do you mean court? What the fuck do you mean marry? Marry her for what? Sir? Seriously. Marry her for what? She doesn't have youth to give me. Her fertility is fucked. She doesn't have naivete. What? Let's continue.
Get the false belief that they have options that they actually don't. I think that a lot of women have a phone full of erections, pregnancy scares, but they don't have the options. Options to me is a roster full of men that want to marry you, court you, and treat you properly. I think one of the biggest problems with dating is they require things that they cannot provide for themselves as well.
But you know what? Sometimes women do provide what they're asking for, but that could be a challenge too, because we'll get women that literally do make $300,000, literally does have her own home. So now that's her requirement for a man. And then you know, as a man, sometimes that man that matches her wage doesn't always select her in a romantic way.
Oh boy. I don't even know what meme to play. Like, just
let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell. Bitch, you old. Stop trying to act like you this fragile little butterfly. You getting older, and don't nobody want your old bitter ass. That's what that is what it's about. Like, aging is a hard thing for women to come around to and to accept. That's a hard thing. Have you ever watched a fucking Cinderella movie where it be some old bitch and a prince come out on his horse and carriage to an old bitch and say, hey, here's the glass slipper. I want to take you off. She skated by the first 30 years. Didn't even have to put any effort in, right? But she's getting older now. She's older. And that's where all, you can't manipulate me. That's where all this shit. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
let's take it slow, folks. We like to take it slow over here. Everybody consider joining the membership. It's $4.99. Link is in the description. Link is on my videos page on my page. If you want to, I try to do at least 2 exclusive episodes a week. Or you could join my Patreon. I think the link should be in the description. And anybody who feel compelled, please donate. Cash App is pinned to the top of the chat. PayPal is in the description. Or you could do Super Chat, Super Sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. That goes for Rumble and YouTube. Let's look up some stats, folks. Let's look up some stats because all these bitches claim to make 100K on Kendra G, and at least 75% of them are lying, in my opinion. But I also want to break that down too. Let's say every woman who says she makes 6 figures on Kendra is telling the truth. What does that say about the dating market value of women who make 6 figures? It's a lot lower than men who make 6 figures. Because men who make 6 figures rarely got to call onto a YouTube dating show, a video sharing platform to get a woman. So if anything, it showed that a 6-figure woman is a low value woman based on what men want. If they all got to call into the ghetto ass ratchet Kendra G show. That's what these women don't get. Like, that's what they don't get. But Kendra is using the example of literally like 1% of black women. If what you're talking about is only 1%, it's not worth bringing up on the panel. So let's use Kendra's example. Let's use her example. Let's see if I could. Hold on. I'm gonna just AI it real quick. Hold on, because I don't know. All right, yeah. Let me AI it real quick. What percentage of black women make over $250,000 as an individual income? It has to be a low number. Okay, yes, it says less than 1% of black women earn over 250,000 annually, according to data from the US Census Bureau. Less than 1%. Not worth being in the conversation, Kendra. They're not even worth being in the conversation. Most black women make under 50,000 a year. Let's talk about most of the women who watch your content, Kendra, make less than 50,000 a year. You know, I gotta play this one more time for Kendra. This meme that I'm about to play is specifically for Kendra.
I guarantee you, this woman is hell to be around because she's strong. She's independent. She's got feminism pulsing through her veins because she's a cold-blooded woman in the workforce. No man wants that shit. The men who want it are the beta soy boys sitting with you drinking chocolate mocha lattes at Starbucks. You know, those men that you don't want to fuck. The men who you just sit around and kill time with so you don't have to go home and sit around and think why the men you want don't want you anymore. It's not the man who's gonna fuck you like you're a piece of fucking trash and fuck you and spit on you, because that's what these women really want. Those men don't want you. I mean, they may take you for a night or two, but they ain't trying to sit up with you. The guys who want women who end up in these boats are those soy boy softies.
Okay, so yeah. So if a woman make, 100,000, 150,000, here's the retarded part about that. And this is a retarded part about feminism. Women work themselves up to be these boss babes subconsciously because they think, well, there is some logic to this. Subconsciously because they think if I become a boss bitch, I'll attract a boss nigga. And actually, it lowers your chances of attracting a boss nigga. Because it'll put you in the room with them, but your energy is gonna be off because you had to become a man to become a boss bitch. Now you've developed all these masculine characteristics. So by the time you done got to where you need to be and you're in the room with the boss nigga. You like, yeah, what's up? My name Kendra G, and I own businesses, and it's like, oh, gotta go. I mean, I did the male man voice for comedic effect, but even if she's like, "Hi, I'm Kendra G, but I own businesses," and get this straight, and that masculine spirit and energy comes across. Even if you dressed up in a girly dress and using a soft feminine voice, like Kendra G's authority, like her masculinity, like look at how she's pointing at him. It's the little things that she probably doesn't even notice she's doing at this point. It's just who she is. It's the small thing. Look at how she's pointing at him while she's talking to him. I didn't plan that. I'm just you could just it's the subtle things that's gonna turn. Cause let's say this brother was single and he thought Kendra was cute. Even the way she talking gonna turn him off. Like I might hit this for the night, but this ain't nothing serious. So anyway, back to the original point. They worked themselves up to making 300K, but their ultimate goal is to meet a nigga making 400K so he can retire her. So what sense did that make? You went to medical school all so you can retire from retire from being a doctor after a year or two when you get pregnant. And now you want to be a stay-at-home mom. What the fuck was the point of all that then? That's the retardation of feminism. Women are horrible about thinking about the future and planning for the future. They don't think about this shit in advance. You should have thought about this when you were deciding to get into medical school. How is this going to affect the rest of my life? How is this going to affect my family dynamic? And what about when I have a kid? Am I going to want to still they think about the future, but this is why they need men in their lives. To think more than 3 weeks in advance at most, and that's an advanced woman right there if she think 3 weeks in advance. Men, we think 30 years in advance, retirement and delayed gratification so I can save for retirement. That's how men think. She's thinking about her next weave and heel combo. But let me make my final point so we can get back into it. My point is, if you want to be a boss bitch, just know in advance I'm gonna have to pay to play. I gotta pay the cost to be the boss. I make 300,000 as a woman. Come here, Burger. Oh, that's a fine ass Burger King working man. Oh, I like his personality. He funny. Come, I got you, baby. We gonna let's come on. I got you. Yeah, you can drive my Benz. Yeah, move in. Yeah, I'm about to level you up, and yeah, you gonna be my man. That's what these bitches gotta do. And it still wouldn't be dating down because even though you have good business acumen, you're still a you still a dingbat bitch in most cases. that needs some manhood in your life. So it shouldn't be nothing about you looking down on them. But let's continue.
Scares, but they don't have the options. Options to me is a roster full of men that want to marry you, court you, and treat you properly. I think one of the biggest problems with dating is they require things that they cannot provide for themselves as well.
But you know what? Sometimes women do provide what they're asking for, but that could be a challenge too, because we'll get women that literally do make $300,000, literally does have her own home. So now that's her requirement for a man. And then as a man, sometimes that man that matches her wage doesn't always select her in a romantic way.
I know this about a lot of women that have their own money, right? There's a chapter in my book called It's True Accountability, right? And there's a chapter called She is Successful, She's Sexy, but She's Single.
Yes.
And the issue with a lot of these women is they expect for a man to come in and just get with their program, and it doesn't work like that. For a woman that wants a high value man, a lot of those women are going to confuse leadership with control. He's going to come in and provide structure, and a lot of self-sufficient women refuse to acclimate when a man comes in that house and provides leadership.
Can I speak?
Yeah, like I said, she's masculine at that point. And she's been doing her own thing and to some extent well in some areas of her life she's been doing her own thing and well because see they're not smart enough. How can I put this? A lot of these woes aren't smart enough to know what they're missing having a man in their life, so they think they're killing it in every aspect. in a sense. But anyway, she feel like, look, I didn't work my way up to being a successful woman by not knowing what I'm doing. So yeah, even when she get a man, we're like, no, don't tell me what to do. I mean, you my man, and we, romance and go out to eat and stuff. But I don't need to take no orders from you. I work my way up to a 300K woman. I own successful businesses. Don't tell me what to do now. And see, that's where everything is gonna go to crap. Because I don't care if you Oprah. Like if me and Oprah dated, you got to get on my program, Oprah. Or like I get it. I mean, I'm not gonna try to run own network or nothing, but generally speaking, you got to get on my program. I ain't like you can run your business. You've been doing that fine all these years, and see that's where it just never works out because she's competing with the man. It's not gonna work.
Speak to that. I know you
Yes,
got a
you
list.
know. No, you
So,
can.
but let's define high value because I don't like the term high value because
Nobody cares what Kendra G likes. See, that's the narcissism. Who cares what you like? It doesn't matter what Kendra G likes. You can call it. It's the look. It don't matter what we call it. This is semantics at this point. High demand, high value, high this. I mean, fine, Kendra. Call it high demand. It doesn't. We still talking about the same 1 to 5% of men. We get it. You didn't like Kevin Samuels. He came up with high value. Yeah, we get it. We get it. And I want to break something down real quick before I press play again. Let me break something down real quick. Oh, hey, I don't know if Persian Warrior is still here. Hope all is well. I hope you have a speedy recovery. God bless you, brother. All right. Yeah, I want to break something down real quick. What when she say high value or high demand and high value. Okay. Okay. So let me break this down. Let's pull up what a high value man is in these spaces. Likely 30 to 50, not married, black, 6 feet, making at least. Honestly, I was looking up some stats earlier. Really, they talking about 200K. Because you need about to really comfortably. Because 200K after taxes is 140, which is decent. I mean, it's well above average. But when you talking about raising a family of 4, college funds, vacations, investment, we talking about $200,000. Living in a nice house, $200,000. And look, he's not obese. This is Kevin Samuels, essentially. Kevin Samuels and these women's definition of a high value man. This is what they have in mind. But the reason Kendra doesn't like this, what I'm about to calculate, is because it doesn't account for character. Kendra, you don't have good character. So what are you talking about? But I get what she's saying because a lot of people had that same criticism towards Kevin Samuels with the whole high value definition. What about character? What about character? And he would say, well, you can't quantify character. So, but okay, let's look up what high value man is. Literally, like we always say, Mr. Point 5. I'm gonna play the meme one more time. That's 0.5% of black men in America. Not even a percent. So let me be very clear what Kendra is saying when she's saying I don't like the high value definition. Kendra's saying this ain't enough. From Mr. Point 5, that ain't strict enough. That's what she's saying when she said, I don't like high value men. Well, women say, oh, I don't care all about money, but it's still a requirement. They don't mention that part when they say, it ain't all about money with me, but you got to have it. They don't say that part. That's in the fine print. So I just want to be very clear. I'm about to go back and press play. But when Kendra say, I don't like high value because it doesn't account for character, she's saying being this rare isn't rare enough. Okay? I just want to be clear about that. I deserve Mr. 0.052.
And it doesn't work like that. For a woman that wants a high value man, a lot of those women are going to confuse leadership with control. He's going to come in and provide structure. And a lot of self-sufficient women refuse to acclimate when a man comes in that house and provides leadership.
Can I speak to that? I know you
Yes,
got a
you
list.
know. No, you
so,
can.
But let's define high value, because I don't like the term high value, because usually high value is predicated on money, access, looks. I like the word high demand, because high demand, yes, the man with the money, the looks, is desired by a lot of women. But when we say value, that's an individual thing. It goes back to what I just said a second ago. Value to me is the person that shows up for you. So you can know a rich man, he could be fine, but does he show up for you? He's actually a no value man, if you think about it that way. So we gotta rewrite this high value slogan, because that's the misconception, and that's why men are walking around with an S on their chest, because they feel like they got the money, they got the fame, they got the looks. But ladies, that's our fault, because we made them that way. We got to take that power back. If a person
No. Because keep in mind, their audience is 30, really, let's just call it what it is. Really 40 plus. That's a good part of these audiences. A 40 plus woman ain't taking the power back from a high value man about nothing. You hear me? So come on, make it make sense, folks. Because he'll just get another bitch. That's why you can't take the power back from him. How can a washed up 40-year-old woman take power from a high value man when he got, 100 bad bitches on his line trying to figure out how to get with him? Can you tell me that, Kendra? You think all women across the world gonna get on the same page? We ain't. This is just stupid, man. This is stupid. So essentially, what she's saying is, don't nobody look, ladies. Nobody give high value man no coochie, so we can take the power. Do you really think that would ever happen? Because see, the sisterhood isn't real. We're not on the same team. It's individual women. It's every woman for herself if they gonna get a man or not. We're not gonna all get on the same page. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make it seem we'll trick you and manipulate you and think that we getting on the sisterhood team just so I could snatch them up under your nose. I'll do that. Women will do that. Oh my goodness. See, because don't get me wrong, women do have leverage with the bottom, 90% of men. Well, 40 plus. I mean, look, you just cook, period. But women like 20 to 30 do have leverage with men, with bottom 90% of men. She could play games with the coochie and leverage the coochie to pretty much get that bottom 90, 80% of men to do a little bit of anything. But men who swimming in it, no, you don't have any power or leverage over him and never will.
high value slogan, because that's the misconception, and that's why men are walking around with an S on their chest, because they feel like they got the money, they got the fame, they got the looks. But ladies, that's our fault, because we made them that way. We got to take that power back. If a person doesn't show up for you, that's a no value human.
May I speak to that for 1 second, if you don't mind?
Truth
We're gonna have to move on.
Okay.
We're gonna move on to the next question, y'all.
For sure,
So, what's one dating rule or piece of advice people should retire for good?
I'm gonna let you go first.
The lady's gonna go first. We're gonna let you go every time.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
just talked.
It's fine. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so say it one more time. I apologize.
So, what's one dating rule or piece of advice people should retire for good?
dating is not one size fit all. So you got to learn yourself. A red flag for me may not be a red flag for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so unique. I get women who don't mind if a man has other women if they're paying her bills. That wouldn't work for me. But guess what? Neither one of us are right or wrong. You got to know yourself. And you got to date according to who you are. And you got to be real with yourself. So I think putting this one size fit all rule on every individual is the mistake.
I think that we need to retire dating one man at a time. I think that's the dumbest stuff that you could possibly do.
You know.
Now see, and Kendra agrees with you. So yeah, you lost me. That's where he loses me. He's telling women to get a roster in their 40s, essentially, in their 30s and 40s, to get a roster. He's not red pill. Any man who's claiming to have good advice for women, who's telling women who are over the wall, getting a roster will get them to the promised land. Women don't have rosters. Men have rosters. Women get ran through. Cause see, let me break down the quote unquote female roster. While that's a myth of, well, I got a roster. No, you got some bitch ass niggas that you using for dates and attention, and then you got maybe one or two guys who you really want a relationship with, who just fucking you and using you for your body, who's never gonna commit. And them other four niggas is just niggas you using to get an ego boost after you get your heart broke by Chad and Tyrone again. That's not a roster. Like, that's not a flex as a woman to have a roster. Even if you only having sex with one out of the five, it's still not a flex. Because women have always had, a bunch of guys in the inbox willing to simp for them. That's not a flex. Because the reason why it's not a flex, because you don't want them. Especially in your 30s and 40s, it really ain't a flex. Why aren't you married by now? You talking about having a roster. Girl, I got a roster at 46. That's embarrassing. And see, that what they would say is, oh no, we not saying have sex with these people. But even if you're not having sex with them, what's the point of talking to four dudes when let's be honest, you only gonna be interested in one of them at a time anyway? Like, a lot of women talk to a bunch of different dudes at the same time, but like I said, there's usually just one that they really want to fuck with. Whether she's talking to 5 guys or 10 guys, it's one who she genuinely wants to be in a relationship with bad. That's the only guy that ever really counts. So you might as well just focus on him. But the thing is, let me go back to this. The whole reason why all this shit is a scam. Have a roster. All of these concepts are going back to the idea that if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to end up with this high value man taking you serious. And it's not the case. And that's why this is a scam. These washed up, ran through, irreversibly damaged women, only real option is to settle down with a guy who they feel like is lesser and reap the benefits of being with that man, because he's a good dude, but you're not attracted to him. He's too short, he ain't good in bed, whatever the case, he corny, he a Poindexter. Oh well, you had your chance to figure something out for the past 20 and 30 years. It's time to settle now. And that guy is available and trying to get with you now in your inbox. You don't need to go through a roster. You don't need to go on 50 dates. Just go ahead and accept the date from the best caliber dude you was ducking for 20 years and just lock it down with him.
Fit all rule on every individual is the mistake.
I think that we need to retire dating one man at a time. I think that's the dumbest stuff that you could possibly do.
You know what? I agree with that, but I say date them, but don't have sex with them.
Well, you have to compartmentalize them. And sex is just an adult thing, but you have to put people in certain brackets so you can be able to navigate it properly.
Well, sex is more than just a sex thing. Sex is also a soul tie thing. And this is why sometimes with women, when they have sex, you are allowing a soul to enter your body. And even though it might not be a good man, the soul now is a part of your system, and that's why it's hard to get it out of you. So I think you have to be very careful with who you be intimate with, not just from the soul ego way, but also from the health way. We don't talk enough about the true consequences when we're sexually active. Like, you don't want to share a straw with somebody, but you're going to share your body with somebody. So, no, I agree with you with dating a lot of men, but I do not promote dating, having sex with all of them.
I would not encourage a woman to ever sleep with every man that she comes in contact with, right? We would hope that she would be selective.
Okay.
But also, I feel like a lot of women are prisoners, right, to this standard of, if I sleep with a man, I'm a hoe and I'm gonna be judged. And this is how these women become imprisoned, right, and just existing and not living. And
No, this dude I don't know what his, I guess I'm trying to think what's his angle here with telling women to just have sex. He's basically okay. What advice would I give a 40+ woman on the dating market far as what her sex standard should be? Here's the thing. This whole idea that a woman gotta vet a guy and see that he's a good guy. These women know who the good guy is when they're 6 years old. These quote unquote bad boys aren't tricking these women. They know what the deal is the first 10 minutes they talking to these dudes. She know how to clock. I clock that T-girl. She know how to clock the corny square who ain't never gonna do nothing wrong within the first 15 minutes of talking to him. She ain't gotta vet him. That whole is bullshit when she say, I want to wait 6 months before we have sex so I can vet you and see if you got a good heart. She know he got a good heart. She could tell by talking to him for 15 minutes, this is a square, corny dude with a good heart. So my advice, it goes back to my advice. Pick the guy who you know a corny square who ain't never gonna do nothing wrong. And I would say don't have sex with him the first date. You know, go on 3 dates with him and give him the pussy after 3 dates. And lock that down. Because you ain't got nothing else coming. It's not a guessing game. That's the other myth. That these 30 and 40+ year old women don't know what type of shit a guy is on damn near instantly. Every woman know the quality of guy she can lock down within a week of talking to him. Oh, I can get that nigga to ask me to be his girlfriend in a week. That corny nigga. Oh yeah, I can. He'll be asking me to be his girlfriend in a week. They know, and that's the guy it's time to settle down with. The nigga you laughed at for 20 years with your girlfriends. See, his angle is, I'm gonna tell all the women I coach that, you know, giving up the pussy ain't that big of a deal because he gonna try to fuck them. So he's putting that in their head early on in the consultation, so he could try to fuck on the back end. Okay, that's the angle he coming from. All right, hungry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play something else
You know that you could.
while I get something to eat, or I'll play this. I'll be right back.
So you telling me you're not man enough to lead a woman that's your age?
You can't. Where
You
can I
said
lead
what?
a woman that's already
My
got her?
thing is this.
You
My
can't lead
thing
her
is
nowhere.
this.
By the time you get my age and you want me to date your 40-year-old scarred ass after 50 niggas and scarred you. No, you tripping.
And you want a 23-year-old young woman to date you, your old scarred ass.
And you not
correct?
scarred.
Are
Me and
you
y'all.
married?
No,
Do
that's
you
not
have
your
a?
The simple question is, I don't have nobody, okay? But guess what? let me give you some game because y'all laughing, but I'm finna Uno reverse on y'all goofball ass. Check this out, right? I can marry somebody tomorrow. Can you marry somebody tomorrow?
I wouldn't.
You
Even
can't.
if the opposite.
We're not exercising
Okay.
the same option. You think we not because we don't have the option?
You don't, because if you
Even
did, you would be
if-
married.
even
It's
if
over
a
with.
man-
There
Why
are
you
a
didn't just
there
marry
are a
him?
plethora of women in my lineup that would love to be my wife. All I
And
got to
why
do is
you
say the
not
word.
marrying them though?
Do you have that?
Why you not marrying?
Why you not marrying them?
Do you have that?
What's up, YouTube? JB Reacts back in with another video. Now today we got my boy Mac Mall, and he's on a podcast with 2 women. The one thing I can say that I actually learned from this debate was these 2 women delusional as hell. Now the conversation starts off between them talking about Scottie Pippen getting with the 23-year-old woman and Scottie being 60 years old. And you already know where that conversation is going to lead to. Shame, shame, and more shame towards the man. And after a while, the conversation blew up. Mac Mall went off on both of them. But this debate was definitely interesting and entertaining. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below, And without further ado, let's dive into the content.
Okay, so we basically was talking about how Scottie Pippen's 60 years old and he dating a 23-year-old, right? Okay, so basically what I want y'all to understand that we value two different things from a man and a female. Okay, so y'all value resources and security. This is why y'all be mostly attracted to older men, because they're much more established and stable in life. That just naturally comes with an older man. Okay, on the other hand, men value beauty. Okay, and the thing about it is y'all looking at it as if he's trying to control her or some other things like that, or they're not compatible in a way because she can't understand it. Men don't want women that didn't been through what we done been through. So y'all saying she don't know nothing and they can't resonate with each other. Men like women who are as pure as possible because we like being leaders. We like teaching. We like showing things. So when we find younger women who aren't that much experienced, it turns a man on to be able to show her things. I don't know why you women act like it's creepy, because you date, all y'all on the panel and in the comments have dated older men. But now it seems like you put a standard on how old. Once you're 21, you're grown. You can date whoever the hell you want to date once you turn 21. So I don't understand. The reason why y'all say it's creepy is because y'all don't think like us. We're not looking at the same thing. You're looking at resources. We looking at beauty. Okay, and
Okay,
you're
let us
usually
tell
more
you why
finer
it's
when you're
creepy.
younger.
Okay,
well, let
so
us tell
when
you
you
why it's creepy.
You're right.
My daddy's 60. So I'm 46. I don't want nobody 60 nothing. So I have dated somebody that was about 10 years older than me, not 40. 40, a 40-year age gap is crazy.
The sad part is that they'll shame Scotty, but they're not shaming the chick for choosing an older guy.
But see, the thing about it is that's why I say, like, when Jada was using Augustine, you know, it was freedom, it was free, it was cool. But see, the thing about it is when y'all date younger men, we don't give a shit. Okay, we don't care.
No, we didn't even know.
We don't
Nobody
call
knew
it weird.
about that.
But
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is when the shoe is on the other foot, we don't care about what y'all do. If y'all get old as hell and y'all get y'all a young nigga, okay, how you a young nigga? If you can still pull young niggas, do your shit. We don't care.
That ain't true.
But
Y'all
the minute we do it, it's creepy.
Tamia.
So I don't I wouldn't say that it's creepy. I just don't agree with the whole age range. The age range you gave was 60 years old to a 23-year-old woman, right? I just don't agree with that. I don't see how any compatibility could be there, right?
We're not
And you
looking for
said that. Wait,
compatibility.
you said that you're looking for beauty. So are you saying that it's not beautiful women that's your age out here?
A lot of relationships don't have to be built on compatibility. A lot of people get together for different reasons, and y'all having the same colors and y'all liking the same shows don't have to be that. And then y'all can learn to have those things.
Yeah, but she not as beautiful as she was 20 years ago. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. We're not
But-
saying that you're not beautiful.
But they're right. But it's still beautiful women out here that's your age, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So that in itself does that disqualify what you said, because
It does
it's
it
still-
because there you go trying to take away man's standards. You can't tell
No,
you can't take
but-
away our standards and allow yourself to have yours. You have your standards. Why we can't have ours?
I just
The
don't
law.
understand.
This is the law. The law states that when you are 21 years old, you are an adult. So anything after 21 is ball game. How is it crazy? I don't get that. Because
I
guess
just
what?
feel like
Guess what?
me, even
Guess
at
what? If he was
30
80, just say if he was 80 and she was 50, would it be a difference? If he was 80 and she was 50, would that be creepy?
Nah, because then
No.
y'all
Exactly. It's
old
the
and washed
same
up, and
age
both of
gap.
y'all have had
No.
probably fair experiences in life.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
a 23-year-old woman having a 21-year-old woman haven't even experienced. She's not even experienced enough.
The sad part is that a lot of these 50-year-old women are struggling. They don't have their life together. So what's going to be the difference from that girl that's in her 20s that don't have her life together, probably don't have no debt, but this 50-year-old coming with probably $100K in debt.
That's
And
what we
you
like.
want somebody that
Okay?
you want.
This is
so
what
you,
we like.
So you telling me you're not man enough to lead a woman that's your age?
You can't.
You can't. Why you can't? You
Because you
can't.
already experienced.
Maybe
What the-
maybe because
So look, what can I tell a woman that already done made it, baby? Where
You
can I
said
lead
what?
a woman that's already
My
got her
thing
shit
is
together?
this.
You
My
can't lead
thing
her
is
nowhere.
this. If you want to raise somebody, raise your children, raise your kids, your daughter. Like,
Okay.
you're not trying to raise your woman, you're leading your woman.
Okay.
You tripping. Leading and raising is damn near the same thing. I got to teach you things just like I got to teach my kids. What are you talking about?
So check this out.
That's
What is
crazy.
okay? If I was leading my woman and teaching her things, what is that?
What do you mean? You're leading
What
your woman.
I'm asking you,
You're
if I'm
teaching her
teaching,
things.
if I meet a
Bro, this
woman
is
and I'm
crazy.
teaching, she's learning from me. I'm teaching her things. I'm guiding her the right way. What am I doing? That's the same thing you just said.
Right, you're leading a grown woman though, a woman that's your age, that's
No,
just
we're leading a
experienced as
scarred
you.
woman.
You want a lot of men. I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
saying you
A
because I don't
scarred
know you to judge you, right? Most older men want that younger woman so that they can manipulate her. They know for a fact what they're gonna get away with a girl that's extremely younger than them. They can't get over on that 40-year-old woman or that 35-year-old woman.
Newsflash, Scottie Pippen is 60, and if he did get that 23-year-old girl, guess who's going to be able to manipulate a lot harder that 23-year-old woman because the ball is in her court and the spotlight is on Scottie. So if he does anything goofy or stupid, she's going to be able to be looked at as the victim. She's going to be able to milk Scottie.
I ain't even gonna comment on that. Let's get back to it.
Right? We would hope that she would be selective.
Okay.
But also, I feel like a lot of women are prisoners, right, to this standard of if I sleep with a man, I'm a hoe and I'm gonna be judged. And this is how these women become imprisoned, right, and just existing and not living. And that's the problem with a lot of these women. They get out here and they're trying to date strategically, and using your brain to date never work. It's emotion. It's meant to be felt. And so for me, right, I would tell these women, you got to get out here and live your life and let everything just sort out the way it's going to sort out.
Yeah, and live your life and remember that you're a queen and everybody doesn't deserve access
You
to your body.
can't be a queen without a kingdom, though. We gotta be real, though.
No,
Kendra.
but no, you could be. There's kings without. First of all,
Where
you
they
could be
at?
a queen without a king.
How?
Absolutely. So are you saying can you be a king without a queen?
No, you can be a king. No, you can be a king without a queen, but you can't be a king without a kingdom. You don't come from royalty.
Well, okay. Outside of that, let's just go to the part because I don't want to miss this part because
Yeah. Let's skip past the dingbat. You know, what do you call those? Just the ding. Yeah, let's get past the queen shit because that's dingbat shit. So I'm glad he got that bullshit out of there. Yeah, let's move on because you don't have a ground to stand. You're not a queen. You don't got a kingdom. Like, stop with the stupid queen shit. The least picked women on the date market are queens. Get the fuck out of here.
King without a kingdom. You don't come from royalty.
well, okay. Outside of that, let's just go to the part because I don't want to miss this part because it's very serious. The sexual act is what is, I believe, hurting a lot of women because most women are not mature enough to have sex and just walk away like it was nothing. A lot of times when women allow a man into their body, they now want the dream. Like, we slept together, you're my husband, we're building a house, and he probably isn't worth any of that. So I'm just going to disagree. I definitely agree with date as many men as possible, but keep the legs tight.
I love it.
I love that. I love that.
And you don't walk away with an STD when you do that.
That's one thing black women aren't gonna fucking do. They rather abuse their children than keep their legs closed. Well, they gonna do that anyway, a lot of them. But they rather sell their kid up the river. Because I'm gonna be frank, a lot of black women don't give a fuck about their kids. I'm gonna be real with you. But we ain't gonna go down that road. I ain't saying all, but it's a lot. So yeah, honestly, there's probably more black women who would rather sell their kid up the river than be celibate for 10 years, if I'm using the right word. So that's the one thing they're not gonna fucking do, Kendra.
That as well, okay? You get to go home bed at night, STD free.
So, do you all think that people today are looking for love or they're looking for perfection?
I'll go. I think that most people are dating out of a place of survival. And so because they're dating out of a place of survival, they cannot navigate these dating waters properly because they want somebody to come in and help them. And when you're looking for help, you become desperate. And in desperate times is desperate measures. I think that we have a lot of men and women that are just lost out here and they're just clinging on to anything that's willing to offer a helping hand. So that would be my thing with dating. Everybody's dating out of survival, unfortunately.
I think that I agree with that. I think when relationships thrive the most, codependency is the ingredient that kind of keeps it together.
All right, I'll be back. I'll be back. I gotta go get the dog. The dog is going crazy. I'm gonna play the other video and I'll be right back.
Like a goddamn cash cow. Come on now.
That they're going to get over on a 23-year-old
Right,
young
and
woman.
that's why you're single. Because can't nobody get over on you. You just answered
Yeah.
your own question. You
That's- So
answered
wait
your
a minute.
own demise.
That's fine.
Because
So
let me
wait
tell
a
you
minute.
something. Let me tell you something, baby. Because obviously y'all have a lot to learn about men, okay? Men like to lead. We like to teach our woman things. If you are already scarred, I cannot teach you. So this is why we try to find younger before they meet all the niggas that
wait a
them over,
minute.
before they
Right.
get jaded like older women, okay?
But then
This is
you
what we
come-
like.
then
You cannot, I will not allow no women to sit there and badge a man about his standards. This is what we want, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
But
we don't
that's
do
fine.
we don't
I'm
do
not
this
trying
to
to
y'all.
change your standard.
We don't do this to y'all. When
That's
y'all
true.
have y'all stand, when you say I don't want a broke nigga, guess what niggas do? They get to the bag. When you say I don't want a fat nigga, get to the go to the gym. When you say you want to emotionally heal nigga, go
It's
to
a lot
couch.
of men
We
not
do
in the gym,
everything to accommodate
so-
y'all,
Niggas be
but y'all do
washed up.
everything
Hold
to
on.
badger what the we like.
I know she ain't
Can I
And
about
it's
say
not
this
gonna
though?
work.
Hold on.
It be
You got
niggas
It's not
that's
gonna work,
washed up. It be niggas with multiple kids,
Washed up.
multiple trauma, multiple going all the boy going on in their life, and then y'all go meet a young woman that ain't been through nothing.
Is this the same argument that he was making about y'all, which is why dudes don't want to deal with y'all at y'all washed up ages potentially as well?
And y'all go put all y'all bullshit, all y'all trauma onto that young woman, and then now she becomes that toxic old
That's not true.
that y'all
That don't
run
happen.
away from.
That don't happen.
Exactly.
That's sad.
That don't
sad.
happen.
It's not
That's
sad because
majority of the
what's
time
sad
that's what
is
y'all do.
okay, well let me guess. Well,
That's
let me
not
tell
true.
you what y'all do then. When a
That-
man is
that's-
faithful and he stay at home with the kids and he take care of his wife and all that, y'all wait 30 years in a motherfucking marriage to leave him and take half his shit. Is that fair?
Who?
Who?
You
How?
said
That's
the man
who
is
doing that.
Is that fair?
faithful. Wait a
Huh?
minute. What he doing? What he doing?
I'm saying, is it fair for the good? Now, she just gave an example for the piece of shit niggas that traumatize women.
All
So
you
let's talk
niggas-
about the
all
men
you
who
niggas
actually are good
manipulate.
men who marry their wives, do good, don't cheat, do all that shit, and she wait till he get 46 to say I'm not happy, divorce him, take all his shit, and he left to rebuild his life.
That's the minority
How
of
about
women,
that
though.
one? Is that
We
fair?
gotta speak about the majority over the minority.
That is the majority.
That is.
70% of marriages leave from y'all leaving us.
Exactly.
That's the majority.
After they didn't try to stay, after the wife didn't try to work it out
Oh,
multiple
here we go
different
with
times.
the excuses. I knew it was
After
coming.
therapy,
Imaginary excuses at that.
I knew the
after
fucking
You think that's
excuses
an
was coming.
excuse?
of course you need to leave.
What
Hey,
else is
I'm
it?
gonna tell y'all some
Me
real.
personally, I'm
Most of
not
the time,
saying-
the reason why I don't like when y'all say that is because most of the time in a relationship or marriage, the man be fucking unhappy way before y'all know it, but we
Oh,
still
why
stay.
Yep.
We
we don't
still
show
stay
it.
because we're fucking more loyal than y'all. That's why.
Why? Get
Because
the-
we still
Hold
stay.
on.
This marriage is not about happiness. You fucking like. I like. Look, niggas marrying black women. It's 2020. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Look, the verdict is in. Black women aren't. Black women aren't marriage material. I'm sorry. That's the rule. There's exceptions to the rule, but that's the rule. That marriage shit dead. It don't even matter anymore because that marriage shit is dead. Marriage is not about you being happy. And they never talk about what they did wrong in the marriage. That right there should tell you everything you know. And how old are these women? Both of these bitches is probably in their 40s with their tits pushed up through their turtleneck up in the camera. Like, you're a fucking joke. I mean, this shit is for entertainment value only. Black men with a brain don't seriously have conversations with black women about this stupid shit. They ain't shit when it comes to relationships, and they ain't ever gonna be shit, and there's no point in hearing their point of view, because it's a ain't shit point of view. Generally speaking, in most cases.
we
that
be
much
unhappy,
loyalty in the
and
world.
that's
Why
what
are you
hurts so
staying
bad.
somewhere that you're not happy?
No, this is
You're
what hurts
not
so
happy
bad.
there.
It's about duty, man. Breaking things off don't make sense all the times. If we got our lives, finances, I got kids all wrapped into this thing, why would I break it off just for just some grass is green on the other side type of shit? It don't work like that all the time. He is right. We are way more loyal.
Why are
This
you
is what
there?
hurt us so bad because we be like, I've been unhappy and I suck this shit up because I'm doing this for us because I'm really locked in. But now you unhappy and you want to leave me and break us up. I could have left long time ago. That's what make us mad
Yeah, that's
because
what you
we
should
was
have done.
unhappy
That's
first.
what you
And we
should
That's
stayed
what you
loyal.
Yeah, it's easy for them to say that's what you should have done because women don't care about the bigger picture. What about family? What about legacy? What about duty? They don't care about. They don't even think that far into the future. I would never marry a woman who thinks the purpose of our marriage and having kids is for her to be happy all the time for the next 50 years. Mm. Men need to start asking that. Do you think the purpose of our relationship or our future marriage is going to be about just you being happy? Because no matter, regardless of if you're single, in a relationship, or married, your happiness is going to fluctuate. Single, in a relationship, or married. Even when you're single, they're going to be 2 or 3 year periods where you weren't happy. And the same thing go for relationships and marriages. And don't get me wrong, there are reasons for a divorce. There are valid reasons for a divorce. But I'm not feeling seen. You're not helping enough with the dishes. Like, no.
Should have done.
You never
We
give a
stay
bitch.
loyal.
You never give a bitch the benefit of the doubt.
Man,
Once they
y'all
show
is
you,
not
That's why
once
we
they
can't
show you
trust
she
y'all.
don't want you, you leave.
That's why we can't
That's
trust
Y'all
you.
not
that's on
loyal
you.
to us.
No trust.
Y'all just not loyal. Y'all
Ain't
loyal
nobody
to how
told
y'all
you to
feel.
stay.
Y'all loyal to how y'all
Okay,
feel.
now hold
And that's
on,
just
because that's not true that women are not loyal to men.
no, y'all
Women are
not.
very loyal
No,
to
y'all
men.
not.
That's bullshit. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's some bitches who just won't leave a nigga. He could set her on fire. She won't leave him. Like, there literally are women who are that low. I mean, usually it's going to be, look, women are only good people for bad men. So in 99% of the cases, they're that loyal to a piece of shit. But still, I'll still use them as an example. There are women who are legit loyal. Like, they're not leaving their man. They got cheated on. They some more shit. Loyal women do exist. I'm not gonna say no women are loyal. Because there's some women who are bad wives, but they ain't leaving. They might not be a good wife, but the bitch ain't leaving. So they exist. I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't trust it. But they exist. It's not gonna be bitches you see on internet panels.
I think that people think they want love, but it's gonna sound so cliche, but it's so the truth. Love starts with you. So the way a person treats you is the way you treat yourself. So a lot of times when women are dealing with a man and
I'm gonna let her start from the beginning, but I just want to say that's not true. You can love yourself down to the ground, Kendra. It don't make you desirable to a man. And you can love yourself down to the ground. If you're a self-absorbed bitch, I'm gonna treat you like a self-absorbed bitch. No matter how much you love yourself. So it's a lie.
way you treat yourself. So a lot of times when women are dealing with a man and he's disrespecting you, he's not calling you back, he's doing everything but loving on you, the question you need to ask yourself is, why don't I love myself enough to release myself from this? Because
Why do black women always talk about black men from the bad faith argument? Can somebody answer me that? Because they love bad boy dick. Then they in their 40s and 50s, they want to complain about bad boy dick. But they had every opportunity to pick a wholesome man since they was 15. At 15, 20, 21, 25, 28, 32, 33.
to ask yourself is, why don't I love myself enough to release myself from this because that's not love. I think we give love a bad rap at times. Love is really taking care of yourself, being confident, not conceited, and having a standard that a person has to rise to the occasion. And if they don't, it's cool because I'm me.
That's conceited though, Kendra. That's not confident, that's conceited. You don't know anything about walking that line of confidence and not stepping over to conceited. Look at his face, everybody.
And back to what I was saying, I think that it's hard to date for love when I need my bills paid. I think it's hard for me to date for love when my lights is getting ready to get cut off, right?
Right, and that's the codependent. No, you're absolutely right. I agree with this. That's why I said the codependency. That's why sometimes with women, and you talked about this in your book, when you do well financially, she might be single because the one thing that usually keeps her is her lights are off. Well, baby, my lights are on. The whole year's paid off. Okay, the house is paid off. So you can't get me with finances. So now you got to get me with being genuine. You got to.
Well, okay. You're not relationship material, Kendra. It's not about the money. It's not about a man coming in trying to buy you. Even if he come in genuine, you work too much, you masculine, you're not going to get on this program and some more shit. You're embarrassing in public. It's not about a man trying to come in and buy you. You're not relationship material for any decent man of any tax bracket. He's gonna keep trying to make it seem like money is the reason why she's still single, like why she's been dating and looking, but single for going on 3 years. It really has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with the type of men you would respect. You're not gonna submit to, because I'm me. I'm Kendra G.
Okay, the house is paid off. So you can't get me with finances. So now you got to get me with being genuine. You got to get me with treating me right. You got to get me with monogamy. And sometimes that's more difficult for a man. A man sometimes would rather pay to disrespect you than to treat you right and be monogamous.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that a lot of women, right? I think that they've stopped dating for love because they've dated for love and ended up with nothing in return.
Yes.
So now it's like, well, you know what? You're going to give me something. I'm going to leave here with something.
Yeah.
Because loving you wasn't enough. A lot of women love men, right, for the potential of the man, or they look at him and say, I'm going to build him up, and they never got anything. So they look like it has to be transactional now. I refuse to be empty-handed.
I totally agree with that. They're scoring, so now they're like, I'm gonna get a bag this time.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was crying, I didn't even get a purse. I get
Absolutely.
So, okay, we're going to do a little rapid fire round. So I'm going to throw out a few topics, and you give me your answer first, and then tell me why. Dating apps, helpful or harmful?
I'll let you go first.
I think that it makes people. I think it's harmful, and can I tell you why?
Oh, he said harmful.
I think it's harmful, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think that it makes people socially awkward for one.
Well, yeah, that doesn't go towards Kendra's business model.
One, we need to get out the house and engage more. Also, but it leaves people in this space of being a prisoner to comfort. When you're comfortable, you won't change. You're going to stay right there. Women wish they can just Amazon a man. They wish they could just DoorDash a man to their house, and it'll never work.
Yes. So I own a dating app. Kendra G Single is a dating app. And the reason I support it, no, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I want you to be your truth.
Absolutely.
So that's what I love about you. My dating app is unique, though. It's not the regular dating app. It has the show. So this year alone, I have 4 weddings from people who are getting married that met from my dating app that would have never met any other way. Because what the show does, you know, I have prime example. I have a doctor that was in New York, and I had a girl that was in Indianapolis. And they got married because she came on the show. And now they have a beautiful family together. So all the weddings this year, I'm going to literally Antigua in 2 weeks. Another girl, she was living, I want to say, in Baltimore, and her husband is a doctor. He's in New York. They're getting married in 2 weeks in Antigua, and they met from my dating app. So the difference with the Kendra G Singles dating app is the show. So it gives you a chance to see the person around the world. And then
Man, that ghetto ass show. But whatever. Anyway, I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy marriage just came from it. I'll just leave it there. But this is a side note that has nothing to do with dating. I can't imagine being. Kendra's a busy woman. She work hard. I give her that. I wouldn't want to rip and run the way she rip and run. The gala here, a panel here, got to go to 2 weddings. Man, fuck all that ripping and running. It ain't for me.
then a girl, I just got back from a wedding like in May. A girl got married in Paris. She was in Paris. Her husband was in D.C. He relocated to Paris to meet her, and they would have never met if it wasn't for my dating app. So everything he said about dating apps is true, except for the Kendra G singles.
And let me just, I said, and no, her dating app is exceptional, right? It wasn't, but her dating app is the exception, is not the standard.
I love you.
And we know for a fact that long distance relationships are rough. It's hard to maintain a relationship under the same roof, let alone in Paris and Baltimore. Not saying that.
He's absolutely right. And what I'm talking about, they all moved. So what I'm saying is they met initially, they were in these places. But you're absolutely right. For something serious and real, someone's gonna have to sacrifice and make that move. And that is right. And I do want to co-sign. People do get comfortable at times with dating apps. You can be anybody with a filter. But honey, who are we without the filter, without the hair, without the makeup? That's that real stuff.
Yeah, Kendra, and that real, like, you don't look like this. Never mind.
And you gotta have that real stuff to have a real relationship.
Okay. If they wanted to, they would. Fact or fiction?
Facts.
Super facts.
Absolutely.
No argument. It's really that simple. Like, it's really that simple. And don't be affected if they're not doing it. They just don't want you. But it's okay because they got bad taste because you know you the shit. Ooh, I forgot we don't swear essence.
Let me say this for every woman.
Eat trash. You see? Can't even keep it classy at Essence Fest. It's not funny, Kendra. And that's why you're going to stay single. Because, see, that's not genuine remorse. Look at that face. Like when sometimes when people go, oh, I'm not supposed to cuss her, I'm sorry. And it's like a genuine, but this, does that look like genuine remorse and regret? She's ghetto trash. See, that's another reason why Kendra is single. I mean, I could go on for days about why Kendra is single. But see, there's a difference between rappers and entertainers and managers of hedge funds. Kendra would be more cut out for a rapper or entertainer because underneath all that makeup and the fake Valley Girl act, she a ghetto hood rat chick. And I'm not saying that to disparage her. Like I respect her business acumen. She started. I'm proud of her on a business level. But at the core, this a ratchet hood bitch. And when she meet the black bourgeoisie, they're gonna peel back those layers and see that this is just some ghetto bitch. That's another reason why she will remain single, in my opinion.
Because they got bad taste because you know you the shit. Ooh, I forgot we don't swear essence.
Let me say this for every woman that's in the crowd right now. If a man is not trying to impress you, he does not like you.
Yeah.
If he is not trying to impress you, he does not like you. And I'm not saying that he has to be rich, but if he work at Popeyes, he's going to put extra biscuits in your bag. You understand what I'm saying? He is going to go out of his way to show you just what you mean to him. Extra jelly, honey on the side. He should be trying to impress you or get him away from you.
I love that.
Well, let's. I kind of disagree with impressing a woman. I think you should put effort. I mean, if you're dating and you're looking for, I guess, something serious, I don't know why you would be as a 40-year-old man looking for something serious with a 40-plus-year-old woman. But I think there's nothing wrong with definitely putting effort in and yeah, showing the woman that you like her. But I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to show you who I am. I'll just leave it there.
All right, chemistry or compatibility, which one matters more?
Ooh. I think this is difficult. Let me tell you why it's difficult. Because again, when we go back to the time when marriage was high, it was survival, kind of what he said. Like, first of all, you didn't have social media, so you just had to be the baddest woman on your block. You had to be the baddest in your high school, maybe the baddest in college. That was all.
It wasn't about being the bad. Okay, see, this is what I mean. When women talk about dating, they only talk about top 10% dating. That's the only dating that matters, status dating. Women are hypergamous. So anytime they talk, that's why female dating coaches and shit are just, I'm not going to say they're worthless, but I mean, female dating coach, well, no, I don't know. I wouldn't advise somebody getting a female dating coach. Anyway, let me just make my point. When women talk about dating, they only talk about top 10% dating. And you can tell by what she said. She said, oh, back then you only had to be the baddest on your block. No, you didn't. That's only to get the top tier dude from your block. And even then you probably didn't have to I mean, you just had to be kind of cute. Regular people, most people just date and marry regular people. Think about think about your life, folks. Think about all the people you know or heard of that are married in your real life. How many women do you know are married to dudes who are just so sexy and rich? How many guys do you know are married to these supermodels? No, that's not regular everyday life.
Like, first of all, you didn't have social media, so you just had to be the baddest woman on your block. You had to be the baddest in your high school, maybe the baddest in college. That was all. Like, your grandmother was the baddest man that your grandfather saw. Now we have social media where men are looking at women every single day. So I think chemistry, at times people go towards, but you can have chemistry with a mass murderer. You know, you can have, like, because sometimes, let me tell you why, it's that bad boy, it's that thrill, it's that exhilaration, but you can't be compatible with a mass murderer. You're going to either be dead or in jail. Those are the options, right? So I would say compatibility, but I think that's the one at times where if attraction's not there, if money's not there, they're going to overlook that option.
I think that chemistry gets us through the night. Compatibility gets us through a lifetime.
Yeah, okay.
I like that answer.
Yeah, chemistry gets
I
us through the
like
night. I meet you, we vibe. I like you, you like me. We exchange energy. Cool. But if we're not compatible, a lot of people are waking up to people that they can't stand, and that's because they skip the friendship process. So that's a whole other can of worms. But definitely, for sure.
Okay, biggest red flag and biggest green flag.
What, in dating?
Huh?
In what?
Biggest red flag, I don't like liars. And I know we say that we are, like, I want you to be truth with me. So it gives me the opportunity to make a real decision. Although I don't think a lot of people want the truth. Because even in my dating show at times, when men in particular say their truth, they get a lot of pushback from women. Women have the grace. Y'all get to say, he got to be 6 feet, he got to make 100K, he got to do all these things. But when a man says, I want her to be skinny, or I want her to have her real hair, or I want her to wear no makeup, a lot of women feel away. And I'm like, no, they got to have the grace. So I think, for me, a red flag is not being honest. Green flag is being truthful. Tell me the truth and allow me to make the decision.
A red flag for me would be a lack of support. I need support. One of my love languages, and it's an extra one that's not actually in the list, right? But I am big on reciprocation, right? I want you to love me like I love you. I want you to pour into me like I pour into you. I'm big on that. I made a post where I said I do not do nonchalant people, right? Like, you got to be chalant about me. I want you to be crazy about me like I'm crazy about you. And so that would be a red flag for me.
Yeah, let me say that real quick. And this especially goes for the brothers. If a woman ain't acting like, I mean, obviously she's not gonna act like she's crazy about you the first week she meets you. But if a woman not making it clear after a few dates, like, oh, I'm feeling you, like, with her actions, not her words, it ain't really worth. It's not worth pursuing, bro. It's not worth putting energy into. After we go on a few dates, I shouldn't have any question about how much you feeling me. I should be. It should be solidified. Oh yeah, she really feeling me. When I'm talking to my friend, oh yeah, this one girl, yeah, we went on 3 dates. I can tell she really feeling me. It should be clear as day, or just leave it alone. Trust me.
A green flag, compatibility. We got to be compatible. You got to match my drive. You got to match my drive. You got to match my grind. So yes, absolutely, compatibility.
I love that. I love that. So I want to see where the audience stands on this conversation. So I want to show of hands for each question I'm going to ask. Who thinks dating apps have made dating harder? I want you guys to react.
You know it has.
A crowd full of. You could just look at the crowd. I already told you what the crowd demographic was. It's 40 and up. I'm seeing some gray heads in there. Do I see 3? I think I see like 3 full gray heads in there. These is grandmas in here. On panels talking about, these is 50, 60, and 70-year-old women probably in that crowd listening to these people on the stage who not even their age, which that's a, Kendra don't know what it's like to date in her 50s and 60s. That's a whole different world. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, people who Kendra and Truth's parents' age is in the audience, trying to get some dating advice from their kids. Just let's continue.
Because it's giving more options. So it kind of says what I just said about now, before your grandmother just had to be the baddest woman in your city, now you got to be the baddest woman in the world. And it's truthful. Like, it was a doctor in New York, and all the girls in New York weren't good enough for him. He ended up marrying a girl that was in Indianapolis. So what dating apps do, I hate the word competition, but it increases the options for the type of person you want to date to have.
Okay. The next question. Who believes the person who asked for the date should pay?
But what if the woman asked for the date?
She should pay.
No, she should not.
And the woman never asks for the date. Let's be real. Because I hate when women say that. Well, I think whoever ask for the date should pay, knowing damn well that they've never asked and never will ask a man on a date. But look, I said this recently in the stream. Fellas, go ahead and pay for the first date, but talk to her for 3 hours on the phone before you even go out on a date with her. And I promise you, 90% of women won't pass the 3-hour phone test. If you can't get her on the phone for 3 hours, at least 2. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to be realistic. Let's just say an hour minimum. Let me reframe that. Let's say you meet her on Sunday, right? Okay, you meet her on Sunday. And if you meet her on Sunday, you should be able to get that woman on the phone for at least a 20-minute conversation at least 3 times within 7 days. Okay? So at least 20, 30 minutes for 3 days. So at least like an hour and a half. Something around there, hour and a half of talking on 3 separate occasions. Well, no, I worded that wrong. You need to talk to her on the phone for at least 20 minutes 3 times during that 7 days. And most women, 90%, especially black women, 90% of black women are going to turn you off within those 3 days talking to her on the phone for at least 20 minutes before you even get on the date. So if she passed the phone test, go ahead and just pay for the first date, bro. I'm not tripping about that first date. I'm not. It don't gotta be nothing fancy or impressive, but go ahead and pay for the first date, brother. And then here's the test that you can run on her for the second date. At the end of the first date, and if you don't hear from her, then cool. You got her the fuck out of there. You treating me for the next one, right? Because if the vibe is going good and it seemed like she had a good time, be like, all right, so you treating for the next one, right? And she might be like, well, hell no, I don't pay for no dates. Okay, that's a little joke laugh, but no, be like, but for real, if you feeling me, it don't gotta be expensive. You got the next one, right? And if she's serious, like, no, I don't pay for no niggas, I ain't paying for no date, then yeah, cut the bitch off. If a woman feeling you, the least she'll do is pay for a second date. These women be meeting Chad and Tyrone at 2 a.m. in the back alley in a white van with no dates. So you didn't talk to her on the phone and courted her and took her out on a date. She could pay for a cheap date. If not, fuck her. She ain't relationship material.
But what if the woman asks for the date?
She should pay.
No, she should not.
Yes,
No,
she should.
not.
She absolutely
No.
should.
Hold on. A woman, listen, if it don't gotta be an expensive date. It doesn't have to be an expensive date, okay? You can go to somewhere. I believe you could go to Dunkin' Donuts and have a conversation.
So why can't you pay?
But I feel like if a man wants you to pull out your pocket on the first date, to me, that's very telling. And I don't think a man that really wants to court a woman, because men take pride in being providers. So I'm not saying if a woman makes the gesture, like, hey, are you free for lunch? Okay, go to lunch. Go to Applebee's. It could be $20. But no, I don't believe a woman, not the first date. Now, when you're in a relationship, you're going to probably pay, y'all in a partnership. But that first date, no, the man should pay.
We got any female bosses in the audience? Any females that got their bag right in the audience?
Baby,
I'm speaking to the audience, man.
Okay, but go ahead.
And for the female bosses in the audience, it ain't about nothing if I want to take you to Dunkin' Donuts. It ain't about nothing if I want to take you to Applebee's, because big girls play by a different set of rules. I wanted to take him out and I did it, and it's not about anything.
Does that close the deal?
In what way?
If the woman wants something long.
Why would it close the deal just because you paid for one funky ass date? What would you say to a man who said, is that gonna close the deal with the pussy because I paid for a date? No, it's not gonna close the deal. Did you miss what he was saying? No, because you was too busy trying to react. He said for a woman who getting 100,000, 200,000, it ain't shit for her to pay for a coffee date for a nigga she really feeling. And he's right. Look, when a woman really feeling you, she'll spend money on you. Women take penitentiary chances for niggas they really like. You don't think brothers, you don't think you worth a $30 date? Why not? These bitches did worse for lesser men than you. Why do men don't feel like they worth a bitch spending $30 on them in the court and talking 2 phase or whatever? You're worth that, brother. If a woman ain't fucking you or spending money on you, or both, well, really both. If a woman not giving you her time, money, and pussy, she ain't feeling you. Until you confirm that she's giving you her time, money, and pussy, it's best to assume she ain't really feeling me like that. Until you check off all three, cause just pussy, she could have just been horny. Just time, she could have been bored. But if she giving you all three, okay, you have good reason to believe she really feeling a nigga. And I'm pretty sure Kendra was lacing that scammer with some cash.
Term, her paying for the date. Does the deal close? Like, does she end up being in something serious, long term, like all of that?
I'm gonna be honest. I think it would set her apart. I think it would make her stand out. I think it would make me say, "Oh my goodness, I'm appreciated for once. I paid for the last 9,000 dates. Somebody thought enough of me to give me some munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you, thank you." She might get married.
But this goes back to what you just said a second ago, that so many women are so scorned because they have done that, right? There's a lot of women that have paid for first dates, paid for trips, paid for a lot of things when it came to a man, and then you.
But Kendra, have you ever considered the fact that maybe it's them then? Maybe they ain't shit. After all these decades of failures and doing all the shit that didn't work out, maybe they're the common denominator. Do you ever speak from that perspective, Kendra?
See him with another woman and you're like, I invested all this money into this guy. I think if a man is serious about you, he's going to be okay with spending $30 on a breakfast date. And if he can't spend $30 on a breakfast date, I don't think he's the one.
Okay, y'all, we're about to close.
we could go more.
Yes, ma'am, we
Okay,
sure
we're
can.
gonna close. So I'd love for each of you to finish this sentence. The dating reset starts when what?
The dating recess?
Yeah, reset.
Reset, it starts with you. Everything starts with you. You are the bar to how people are going to treat you.
Yeah, when you're a narcissist, everything starts with you. You're right, Kendra.
So you have to show up and show people how to treat you. So the dating reset starts with you.
I think that the dating reset starts when you get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And I just want to leave the women with this, right? A lot of y'all are getting out of long-term relationships and you've lost yourself. There's power in reinvention. You will never get back to the woman that you used to be. She is dead and gone. You don't look the same. You don't talk the same. You don't walk the same. Your body doesn't even react to touch the same. Get outside and start living and stop existing. We're not living by the rules of these other people. We're going to get outside and play by our own, man. I appreciate you.
And be safe when you're playing by these rules.
Here you go. It wasn't about sex. It was about living, Kendra.
Okay, I agree. I do agree with that.
And I hope we're not holding out with no coochie and you've been giving it away for the last 50 years, neither.
No, well, start holding out on it because that's the way she been giving.
Oh, it was about to get, it was about to get, a good thing they closed him. Cause he was about to start giving some pushback. No, okay, let me touch on that real quick. We about to get off here, but let me touch on that real quick. Hope you ain't holding out on no coochie when you've been giving it out for 50 years. I definitely feel where he coming from. I get the whole soul tie thing. Look. Yeah, just look, if you're not willing to settle for the corny dude you've been ducking for 20, 30 years, or an archetype of a guy like that, yeah, just retire the pussy then completely. So once a woman is 40 plus, she got to make a decision. Is she gonna still keep chasing these dudes who have shown her for 20 and 30 years we're never gonna act right for you? If you gonna keep holding out for that dude, or if you gonna say I'm putting standards on that dude now and he can't get the pussy unless he meet my standards or marry me or whatever. Look, you probably ain't never gonna have sex again if you stay true to that standard. I'm not giving up the pussy until Tyrone's become God fearing and marry me. Then you're gonna be celibate for the rest of your life. So that's the decision that women gotta make. Do you want to keep fucking niggas you attracted to, which has led you to this hellhole you're in now? Or are you gonna finally fuck the dude you've been ducking who you aren't attracted to, who gonna treat you right? Because those are the options for really most women from the jump. And it never changes. So, because women who are attracted to good boys early are the women who win on the dating market. Because in a lot of ways, those are the two categories of women. Women who are attracted to wholesome men and women who aren't. Now, just because he wholesome don't mean he ain't tall and handsome or whatever, but you have certain women who genuinely are attracted to a dude who treat her sweet. And those women are still married 30, 40 years later. So, look, if you 50 and you still trying to date a tall, handsome, charismatic nigga who you know ain't gonna act right, yeah, just keep giving up that pussy. Just don't be too stingy with it. Cause you already know this nigga ain't shit. You've been dealing with it for 3 decades, and dudes like this for 3 decades. So you already know the deal.
Giving away for the last 15 years and it didn't work for her.
Let me cook for a second, cause
Okay, okay. Please give one more round of applause for Kendra G and Truth Hurts. Please plug in your show.
I want to say this. So all the ladies in here, if you're single, make some noise. If you're a single woman, listen. I love you, and I want you to know that right now in this moment in your single season, you are vibrating high. And maybe you'll meet someone to partner with life with, or maybe you won't. But don't make meeting a man the predication of your happiness. I want to make sure I said that. Download the Kendra G Singles dating app, and I have a new show.
It's cool if you don't meet a man. Now download my dating app so you can meet a man. It makes sense, right?
On the Oprah Winfrey Network. It starts July 29th on all digital platforms called Dating Download.
And before y'all go, if you do not know how to date, you need a male's perspective that's blunt and honest and that's not going to lie to you, then you book a counseling session with me. I am Truth Hurts. You can go follow me on Instagram. We got a show called You Don't Know Ish About Men. It's me and my good brother Wildluck from New Orleans. Make sure you guys get your tickets. We are going on tour. Come out and learn. Come out and vibe. Come out and enjoy yourself. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
I love you,
Essence
One
Fest.
more round of applause.
All right, I'll holler at y'all. I wonder what the comment section looking like. Oh. All right, we out. Damn, this shit ain't getting no views. This shit got 835 views. Damn. I thought this shit was gonna have thousands. They got 250,000 subscribers, but only 835 views on the last video. Damn, this channel dead. They channel dead as mine with 250. This must be fake followers, probably. 250,000 subscribers. Getting 100, and one of their videos got 184 views. Anyway. All right, I'll catch y'all tomorrow.